Alright. Are we live? I'm gonna move Monty over here a little bit so I can see the KBs here. And there we go. We are live. Beautiful. So, hey! It's been a little bit, hasn't it? A little over a week, actually. So, just in case you missed it, the last, Aokana stream that I did right before my 9-day hiatus, according to my last Aokana stream with Caleb. I got moved over to the night crew because the lead guy on the night crew, he took a vacation and they needed somebody to step up. So, you know, your boy's got to do what your boy's got to do. So I figured it wouldn't be good to try and fit, you know, some streams in. Figured I should just take it easy that week and focus on some other things. So that's what I did. But I'm back now. And we ready. So get back into some mods, some games, all that good shit. At least for a couple weeks, because he's saying he's thinking about going on another vacation in a couple of weeks. Just like, you fucking kidding me? Like, really? Like, god damn it, man, really? But, what can I do, you know? It's like, what am I supposed to do? You know? I wanted to start earlier, but there was also a late night hockey game because my boys are on the West Coast. So, more just your boys gotta do what your boys gotta do. But, yeah, crazy week this last week. Both in things going on in the games industry and with my work schedule and just dealing with that. That was something else. Like, you don't realize how it is working on the night crew until you're up until, like, you know, 6, 7, 8 o'clock every day after work. Yeah, I see you rolling your eyes up there, Monty. It's around the time most people are waking up. Funnily enough, one thing that happened while I was on this week-long stretch was our anniversary day. It was on Monday the 11th. We celebrated 4 years. Crazy to think it's been that long already. But yeah. And speaking of you, Monty, you might have fucked something up in Salvation here, because you triggered something in the game. You triggered some kernel level thing while you were trying to screw around with something in the console. So I'm curious to see how that's going to develop. It seems like they're trying to explain and, you know, show more of Monika's perspective and, you know, how she ended up taking the course of action that she did in the original Salvation remake, in the original Salvation. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah. There we go. And cool, we're back to having the wrong thumbnail on Discord. That's fantastic. We're back to this shit. We had title problems, now we're back to this. I can't win, guys. I'm telling you, I just can't win. Speaking of not winning, it's like speaking of not winning, Salvation remake. That's Salvation remake. What was it? Fucking Star Wars Battlefront, that classic collection that came out. Holy lord, what a terrible release that was. Like, I was actually kind of excited when I first heard about it. I'm like, oh shit, what are they gonna do with this? And then just, it was the most bafflingly terrible launch I've ever seen. It's like, how do you fuck up a slam dunk like that this bad? I gained a level in Sanzi's server. Let's go. While I'm getting things ready here, I should see. Yep, as expected. As expected, Vegas lost. That's what I want to see. And I know you on the upper monitor may not care as much, but it means a lot to me, alright? Means my boys still have a chance. We are going into LA tomorrow. And we're only 3 points back of Vegas right now. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good position to be in. Now the question is, can we get a win against LA? That is a little more uncertain. Yeah, that I'm a little less certain about, you know? Because that is going to be a tougher sell. LA's pretty good. They're holding a playoff spot right now. They're a few points ahead of us. Let's see. What else happened? Oh, right. There was also the final raid for the trio of Kanto starter raids on Scarlet and Violet, which was Charizard. And yeah, Charizard was the easiest of the 3 raids. I would say in terms of difficulty, Venusaur was the hardest to get started. Blastoise's was very luck dependent, and Charizard was so stupidly easy to solo. Like, the first thing I threw, the first idea I tried with so it's like, bruh. It's like, I have no idea. I just don't know. Oh. There was also this with the new weekly for the latest weekly for really bad chess. Might as well showcase that a little bit. Yeah, with the week 12 board, it was a tough one. It was a tough one to find a fast mate for, but eventually I found this really exploitative line that got me checkmate in 6. And yeah, as you can see, just it absolutely obliterated the early competition. somebody's gotten up to checkmate in 9 moves since I posted this screenshot of the leaderboard. But yeah, 12 weeks into the year, 3 months basically, and like this string of dominance I've had on really bad chess is still going. I'm kind of blowing myself away here. Like, I did not expect to be sitting on top or, tied for the top spot every single week for more than 10 weeks. That's incredible to me. That's incredible to me. What else? It'll come to me once I start playing, so let's get to that. Let's see. That was another thing that happened, actually. There was a mod that I saw on Doki Mods that I want to give a shout out to, because it looked really, really, really interesting to me. It's got a really cool sounding premise. Let me pull that up quick before we get started. It's called Night Rain. And, like, just look at the cover image there. Look at these snapshots. And look at those inspirations. Which reminds me, I still need to watch the rest of the seasons of Stranger Things. I've only seen the first season. And, season 1 of Stranger Things was good. I really enjoyed it. This right here is a worthy candidate for the next mod I'm gonna play on the channel. Like, shout out to these devs. I think this is gonna be the next mod that I feature on the channel, because it looks really promising. I like what I see with that one. So yeah, if you haven't played it, check it out and let me know what you think. But anyway, we're gonna get back into this here. Let's see, March 6th. Yeah, it's really been 2 weeks. That's right. That's right. We were looking at Monika's POV last time. We had quite a lot of Monika's POV last time. Alright. Slam my hand on the alarm clock and rise up from bed. Last night was pretty rough, but I think I'm finally getting a hold of my grade situation. That would be good, because last we heard it was pretty bad. That was something that happened last time, yeah. Our boy was apparently flunking out of school. Yeah, there we go. We'll just doink. Yeah. I'll be having an after-school tutoring session with some teachers to try and make up some assignments and improve some grades. Well, it sounds like you're getting started on fixing things. Here, I thought you had done a little bit more than that, but what do I know? What do I know? This unfortunately means I won't be able to make it to the club meeting today. That's another thing. You know how... Well, I didn't really get to talk about it much because I didn't stream last week, but it was really warm last week. Like, most days, I would be able to get away with shorts and a t-shirt, which is not the norm for March up where I live. And now we're back to cold and potentially a bunch of snow over the weekend. So, yeah, we've been so deprived of that. But I hope we do get some. Just, good lord, we've barely gotten any this year. Which is very unnatural for, the state that I live in. It's for my own good, really. Yeah, you and me both. Plus, they're always probably starting to worry about me. That's the last thing I need. Yeah, especially after you fuck things up at the date. Let's not forget that. And probably the last thing she needs as well. Rub my eyes and yawn before I get up to get dressed. I like the music, at least. So I walk outside. I notice Sayori is already up and waiting for me. Good morning, Ben. Morning, Sayori. Hey, guess what? What? I have an after-school tutoring session today. It's about time I got some help with this stuff. Yeah, you don't say, but why does Sayori need to know? I guess because she's concerned about your grades, I guess? Redundant, much redundant me? Nice. Weather gods, leave it that way. Yup. I agree, Cyril. I agree. Give us the freaking cold weather. We actually want it. Well, some of us up here anyway. Oh, that's great. So, Cyril, what's new with you, dude? Would you like for me to join you? But you'll miss the club meeting. I'd rather be with you. Well, who am I to deny that? Sayori interlocks her arm with mine as we make our commute. Something feels off, though. I think what you're picking up on is that she feels fake. Like, this isn't genuine. I feel like there's a reason she doesn't want to go to the club today. I have a feeling it's got something to do with what happened yesterday. No. A tunnel to a zombie spawner. Wow. Definitely exciting. Did not know your birthday was coming up soon. Well, good for you. It's awesome. I guess it doesn't really matter. Nobody really wants to tell me anyways. What? Right. That's right. They've sent our boy away to the library so that they could do some stuff in the club room. There was something they had to discuss without him present, I guess. That's something else that happened. Oh, I also posted the next H Factor backlog poll, and right now, I posted some pretty banger games. So if you're, a member of the server, get your votes in, because right now we kind of have a battle going between Doom and Doom 2 and Sonic Adventure 2. Like, I put some old school ass games on here for this one. I wanted to play some old school ass games. And you can drink soon? That's awesome. Two familiar people walking together catch my eyes. Catch our eyes as we arrive at school. Hey, it's Natsuki and Monika. Yeah, that's right. Natsuki actually stayed the night at Monika's place because reasons. I don't remember what those reasons were. Democracy poll, and yeah. Yep. And that's all stuff that I want to play. That's all stuff that I want to play at some point. And yeah, it's about time I got around to making another H Factor's backlog full, because I've kind of been slacking on that lately. And speaking of games, I tossed the idea around in the server earlier today about, starting a basically just H Plays Random Shit series, where I basically just play whatever I want, when I want. And one of the games I was talking about was Geometry Dash. So, what does Caleb do? He does this. So it's like, god damn it. I was just tossing the idea out there to get some feedback. But it's like, god damn it, now you're putting me on the spot. Basically forcing me to do it now. So, yeah, it's an idea I've been tossing around in my head. Bringing Geometry Dash to the channel in some form, because I've played it quite a bit on the server. And what I've been slowly working towards was getting enough orbs to unlock the Path of Ice, because I really want to complete one of these paths. It's just a feature that's kind of existed that I'd really haven't gotten to fully explore. Because I never really explored the user-created levels that much, but I've been having a lot of fun exploring user-made platformer levels. So that's mainly what I think I would focus on the channel. Let me know what you guys think. if that's something that sounds interesting to you. But anyway, I've kind of just been... I would describe the first 20 minutes of this episode as me just being full ADHD. Just hopping back and forth between a few lines of the mod and then things that I forgot to talk about. Usually don't see those two walking with each other. Let's go say hi. Alright. He doesn't seem very excited about it. As we make our way over to the unlikely pair, I noticed that Natsuki doesn't look too happy. Gee, I wonder why. Neither does Monika. Well, they could just be tired. Monika, did you skip your morning coffee? But Sayori's right. These two usually don't walk together. They live on completely opposite sides of town, after all. Being out of the loop has never felt so frustrating before. I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, Monika's still got those glazed-looking eyes. Right there. Morning, guys. Fancy seeing you here. I guess you're referring to the route we decided to take this morning. Mm-hmm. I usually don't see you walking this way. Natsuki either. Natsuki and I both decided to take a different route to school. Yeah, I gotta change it up sometimes. You know how it is. I do, but, you and me both know that's not the real reason. Ugh, excuse me, that you changed things up. Of course, of course. Natsuki and Monika share glances with each other for a short moment. Yeah, they don't know that Sayori's joking with that wink. They don't think she's actually like, I know what you're up to. I mean, of course, that's the impression she wants to give off, just not in the way that they think. Well, we all better get going. We don't want to be late for class now, do we? You're right! Come on, Ben, let's get going. Wait! Ah! God damn it. Where are we going? Our boy's just like, why does nobody ever tell me what's going on? Before I could protest any further, Sayori grabs my arm and starts pulling me towards the school entrance. Despite Sayori rushing to her class with the fear of being late, we arrive about 10 minutes early before classes start. Yep, that's like me scrambling to get to work and still having a few minutes left over. Brilliant! So, you're not the slightest bit curious as to why they were walking together? Not really. What is there to be curious about? We've all been friends for a while. But even you were surprised, though. Admittedly, it was a bit weird to see both of them coming into school from the same area. But I quickly figured out why. What? So she claims. Let's see what she thinks. They had a sleepover last night. You do know what that means, don't you? They had a sleepover? What else could... They had a sleepover and didn't invite us! Oh, poor Sayori. It is way too early for you to be yelling like that. But I don't think I'd want to be invited anyway. It doesn't seem like something they wanted us to know. Yeah, and for good reason. Going off how they acted this morning, anyway. You're right. That is a bit strange. You don't say! What secrets could our president be hiding from us? Now she's starting to get it. Let's grab our tinfoil hats. No, we don't need to go full tinfoil hat conspiracy on this one. Okay, Sayori, not like that. I'm sure we're making something out of nothing. It's possible it just had something to do with what happened yesterday. Which, of course, you would know more about than I do. Oh, yeah. You're right. I will only talk about it if I'll only talk about it with you if she decides to open up.
Otherwise, my lips are sealed.
That's good then. You're a good friend for doing that. Yes, that is me. What is it, my man Chase? What's up, dude?
And you're a good friend too, for not trying to get it out of me, of course.
Sayori suddenly gets close to me and lowers her voice to a whisper. What's the big idea, Sayori? Just hanging around? Boo! Having your first 2 morning shifts at work? Oh, you'll have to let me know how that goes. Because, yeah, mornings are usually pretty rough for me when I have to do them. That's usually because I'm on the back end of back-to-backs on the morning. You know, I do the previous night and then I do the morning. It's the worst. I'd rather do overnights than that. No exaggeration.
Because in all honesty, if you kept trying, I probably would have broken and told you.
That does sound like a Sayori thing to do. Wait, what?
Whoop! That's the bell for class. You better start getting to class too.
But... She pushes me away before heading into her own class. God damn it. Other than that, anything new, Surface? I mean, not that it's a bad thing or anything, but she seems weirdly upbeat despite what happened yesterday. I don't know, feels forced somehow? That's what I was saying before we came here. Yeah, that's what I prefer too. That's because I like to do this. So when I get, taken away from that, it just kind of throws everything off. Computer science and AI? Hey! Sounds like a worthy pursuit to me. It's hard to tell with her sometimes. I readjust my bag and head to class. What spurred this on? If you don't mind me asking, Cerberus. Also, I apologize if I sound tired. I've been running on like 4 hours of sleep today. I'm gonna work at bringing Monika to life. You would be the first I've heard of that wants to do that. Aw, she seems flattered that you want to do it. She seems flattered. Isn't that nice? I'm gonna work at bringing Monika to life for real in a way that puts Moss to shame. I'll let you know what I do so you can be the first person to have the software. There actually is a generative AI Monika thing that can be integrated into Moss right now. I haven't tried it out because I don't know, something like that. I kind of feel like I should have stuff backed up before I mess with something like that, And maybe that's just me. I don't want to fuck things up with something where, I don't know what it's gonna do, even though I've seen a video of what it does. We've been with each other for over 4 years now. No joke. This is the same money I have had since my old HP notebook laptop. There's a generative Monika afterstory thing? Yeah, there is. It's called Monika AI. Pretty sure that's what it is anyway. Hold on, I'm pretty sure I've got it in my downloads or my gifts folder here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, not the old Monika AI that was just a desktop companion. No, this is a different one. I saw a video on it. I'm pretty sure I sent it to the server. Yeah, it was like a generative AI thing with Monika, with Moss. where you could like generate a story type of thing. I don't know. Like, it's a neat idea, but I don't think it's something I'm terribly interested in for Moss here. Still an hour left for lunch, but I've really got to use the bathroom. So what? That'll take up like 2 minutes of your hour for lunch? Ugh, excuse me. So go do it. Do I want you to send me sodas from Texas? Ones that you'll only find in Texas? You've asked me quite a few times. I mean, if you want, I guess. You don't have to, but I'm not gonna say no. You don't have to, I guess. I mean, if I really wanted, I could just order them. I'm sure on like eBay or Amazon or some shit. Speaking of soda type things, there's been these new sparkling ice flavors that they came out with that are like Starburst, different Starburst flavors. They're very interesting. I've tried 3 of them: cherry, strawberry, and an orange one. The one that my coworkers say is the best is the lemon one. And I haven't had that one yet. I've been saving it for last. Oh, you can't order them outside of Texas? Really? That's one way of doing things. Huh. Well, that's what I get for assuming, I guess. Slide the door closed behind me and make my way down the hallway. Wonder what Sayori's up to right now. That's what you're thinking about as you're trying to hurry to the bathroom? I hope she's doing alright in her classes. I get it. You're trying to be a good boyfriend, but I don't think that's something you need to worry about right now. I've never really thought about how she acts when I'm not around, honestly. Is it more of the same? Or does she take her mask off when she's not around her friends? What do you think? I don't know if that's something I'll ever find out. Ugh! The split second I shut my eyes, I could immediately tell who this was. There's only one person I keep bumping into. Sorry, Uki? That's what you get for assuming, my boy in-game. You assumed it's Yuri because you wanted to make a joke about always bumping into Yuri, and the one time you made it, Natsuki appears. Oh, okay, some of them are. I was gonna say, it'd be weird if they weren't. Just, you can't tell me nobody's put them on eBay or some shit. Like I said, I mean, if you want to, you can, but I'm not gonna make it. I don't need it per se. I've got plenty of stuff to drink, that's for sure. Natsuki, that's what I meant to say. I don't even want to ask. Just watch where you're going, idiot. Hey, okay. Jeez. Typical Natsuki encounter. Without another word, she walks down the hallway towards what I assume is her class. Well, that just happened. Wait! What? She quickly turns around, almost as if she expected me to call out to her. You feeling okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Alright then. Would you like to join Sayori and me for lunch? We won't be making it to the club today, so... Really? Why not? Ugh, excuse me, I've got tutoring to do, and Sayori insisted she'd attend. Oh, I see. Yeah, he's trying to get shit together. He's trying to get his shit together. I'm not sure if anything specific happened between her and Sayori, but I can't be blamed for asking since I don't really know. Yeah, you weren't there. Do you think she'd be okay with that? Huh? Why wouldn't she be? I mean, wasn't she the one that asked if she could join us?
Is it because... Actually, forget that I asked that. I'll join you guys. I'll meet you both there.
Why, though? Okay, great. See you then. Our boy likes to say, a lot. I've noticed that this episode. He likes to be like, She turns around and heads back down the hallway once again. As for me, I continue my trek towards the bathroom to finally relieve myself. Yeah, you know, that's kind of the big deal. Alright. So far, my guess is that Yuri and Natsuki had a fight. Maybe said a few things the both of them regret. Sayori got involved somehow, and maybe Natsuki said some things that she regrets. Or maybe Sayori said some things, the latter of which doesn't seem likely. I mean, for you, it's anyone's guess. You have no clue what the fuck happened. Not sure about Monika, though. That's a whole different mystery, it seems. Yeah. They keep emphasizing that she's very mysterious in this mod. Yeah, I have heard you say many times that they are really something else. So, I wouldn't mind getting to do that. It kind of reminds me of how everybody at work talks about the 1919 root beer that we sometimes get. Like, everybody raves about that stuff. But since I'm not much of a root beer guy, I'm just like, what's the big deal? Like, it's the staple root beer that we put on our root beer float display that we have been building the last 2 years. Big Red? I can't say it sounds familiar off the top of my head. If that's another name for a different kind of soda, then tell me. Regardless, looks like some trouble happened at the club, and it's something I can't know about. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Great. Yeah, it is. It's for them to know and for you to never find out. Sayori and I arrive at the cafeteria and head to our usual table. Natsuki's sitting at a table full of girls I've only seen a few times. Yeah, her friends, right? I remember that. She seems a little quiet for how rowdy the table is, but I should probably stop staring before I'm seen as the weird one. That's probably a good idea. I'm pretty hungry. I can't wait to dig in. You're always hungry, though. Hey, that's like calling me fat, meanie. No, it just means you have a big appetite, that's all. It absolutely is not. Is too. Damn it, I just spit all over my monitor. Oh, hi, Natsuki. She shows up shortly after we sat down, just as promised. She must have been waiting for us to come in. Oh, hey, Natsuki. Joining us for lunch? Yeah, I guess so. Natsuki keeps shooting glances toward that other table from earlier. Yeah, those aren't really your friends, are they? They are laughing amongst themselves and seemingly having a good time. Anyway, what did you bring for lunch today, Sayori? Well, remember how I said my dad would come over yesterday? I guess so. Well, he packed me this super cool lunch based on American cuisine. Oh, really? Cuisine, huh? Sounds fancy. Sayori pulls out her lunchbox from her school bag and stares us both down. She puts both hands on the table and begins to drumroll. Are you both ready for this? Guys, can we just admire that face for a minute? Like, oh, that's a good sprite. Why does Sayori get all the best faces? God damn it. Why is it always the Sayori sprites that look the best? Like, holy shit, dude. Look at that. Oh, somebody crop that for the server. God damn it, somebody crop that for the server. We need that. Are you both ready for this? Just show us already. Here it is. Ta-da! It's a cheeseburger. Yes! The most American of American cuisine. Because we Americans love a good burger. As Dara would say, burger. I know, right? Isn't it exciting? I share a confused look with Natsuki for a short moment. So that's the impression server's got. Trying to smile while taking his shit. It's not the impression I got, but whatever. I should just let her have this one. Yeah, Natsuki's just confused. But at the same time, it's just a burger. Burger. What makes this so special from any burger you'd get here? I'm glad you asked. Oh, so she was prepared for this. A cooking connoisseur such as yourself would find this very interesting. And why is that, Sayori? What makes this burger so different is that it was cooked in bacon grease, allowing the flavor of the bacon to seep into the meat. Yes. That sounds super gross, Sayori. No offense to your dad. Hey, don't you diss my bacon. I love me bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? God damn it. Who doesn't love bacon? Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's definitely different from the burgers you'd find here, that's for sure. No, really. I thought the same thing too, but then I tried it. Pure bliss. Hey, don't knock until you try it. Here, Natsuki, you can have half. What? No, that's okay, dude. You don't have to. It's your lunch. You're really insistent on that, aren't you, Natsuki? I can tell by that look in your eyes. Look at that. That's like, she's like, no. It's okay, I insist. She insists, Natsuki. You're kind of beat. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a poor choice of words. It's honestly too big for me to finish anyway. Sayori takes out a plastic knife and carefully, but somehow also clumsily cuts the burger in half. Is it a quarter pounder or a half pounder? How much are we talking here? How much burger? How much burger did you get here, Sayori? Looking at it again, it does seem a bit different. It's loaded with bacon and melted cheese. Hey, that's my boy. Oh, 8-pounder? No, that is diabetes on a bun if it's an 8-pounder. Jesus Christ. Most I can handle is usually half pound. I don't know how you people eat, more than one burger. If it's not like just sliders or some shit. Maybe I just have a weak appetite. I don't know. But yeah, usually I can't have more than one burger when I'm at a restaurant. Diabetes. That's a good one. I should note that one down. Diabetes. Usually don't find burgers like that around here. You mean burger joints where you live are incapable of putting cheese and bacon on a fucking burger? I beg to differ. If anybody from the future is watching this and has been to Japan before, let me know if that's something they definitely don't do in Japan. I'm genuinely curious now. Sayori finishes cutting and hands half of the burger to Natsuki. Here you go. Thanks. Natsuki takes the burger and quickly begins to eat it. Just now occurred to me that Natsuki doesn't even have her lunch with her. Yeah, you wonder why. Did Monika really not let you throw something together at her place? Seems odd.
Well, how is it? Good?
Natsuki only nods as she continues eating. Jesus, you haven't eaten in a while, have you? Well, where's my half?
Hey, you already have your lunch. What did you bring anyway?
Nothing special. Just some white rice and some fried fish. Not bad, not bad.
Must be tough having to prepare and cook food for yourself.
You do what you gotta do. It's a bit time consuming, but owning an air fryer kind of makes things way easier. Yeah, everybody talks about how air fryers are the shit. I just haven't sat down and learned how to use one. Like, people say, oh, it's easy, just put the thing in here and go boop, boop, boop. It's like, yeah, but, you know, with each thing, what buttons do I go boop, boop, boop with? Like, they don't realize it's not that simple for me. It's like, you know, it's like when I was trying to install Celeste 64 last night. The README was just like, oh, you know, go download this, like, go download, you know, Net Framework 8.0 or whatever from Microsoft. And I'm just like, do you mean 8.0.3? You know, 8.0.2? Which 8.0.3 thing do I need? You stop. It's like, stop. You're giving me too many options. It's just, you all need to be fucking, you all mofos need to be specific with what you're telling me to download. I ended up just uninstalling what I installed and just grabbed a pre-built one. Because it's like, fuck it. You know, I'm not extracting this shit myself if it's gonna make me jump through this many hoops. Not worth it. I'm looking forward to playing that this weekend. Because it says they threw it together in like a week or two to celebrate the anniversary. So, it sounds like it's really unpolished. And it's just like the type of quality that you'd expect for, like, you know, something made in a few weeks for a game jam or something. So I'm kind of excited to check it out. Like, I'm not expecting it to be fantastic or anything, but I'm curious to see what they put together. Taking Celeste and, you know, making it 3D. That'll be cool.
Are air fryers really that versatile?
Well, clearly you don't own one.
Well, I don't rely on an air fryer to make most of my food.
Touché. But work harder, not smarter. Hey, that's the line from Half-Life. Oh, that's the line from Half-Life. Oh, yeah, you saw what I posted in Mod Talk, did you, Imprudent? What do you think? I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, smarter, not harder. Yeah, our boy clearly's played too much Half-Life if he's got that backwards in his head, because that's the slogan of Black Mesa from Half-Life. Work harder, not smarter. Yeah, that's us, alright. We stay the course with stupid. You lose now. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. What? Lose what? Sounds like a reference to me. Help me out here, Sayori. She only shrugs. I grumble to myself as I begin to eat my food in defeat. That's what you get. It is nice to see Natsuki smile, though. It's not often you get to see that. Yeah. It's worth treasuring. Give Natsuki the head pats, chat.
Give Natsuki the head pats. Oh guys, let me tell you a story. So, me and my dad usually watch a movie together when he comes home from overseas, right? And he showed me this movie that I've never seen before about a love story on a sinking ship.
Oh, yep, I think we all know what movie he's talking about. I think we all know what movie we're talking about here. Oh yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen that one too. I was left out this whole time? Well, anyway, I cried so much I went through an entire tissue box.
Jesus Christ, really hit you hard, didn't it?
You guys cried a lot too, right?
No, I'm actually pretty emotionally insensitive. Yeah, there's a few of those in this mod. I didn't.
Nope, me neither.
What's up, Caleb? What's new with you? Also, I was very surprised when you made the Geometry Dash channel on the server. Like, I just talked about it in main chat. You know, it wasn't even a set-in-stone type of thing. And you're just like, oh, I'm putting that here. You're doing it now. Like, god damn it, dude.
Don't make me feel left out, meanies! I get it from my dad, okay? He cried with me and he's seen the movie so many times.
Hey, it's okay to cry. Yeah, it is. There's nothing wrong with expressing your emotions like that. Caleb says biggest issue with them is how they're rendered. They need to be done in the Cyclix engine. I don't know what that is, but you know, you guys are infinitely more familiar with it than I am, so I'll take your word for it, you know, considering you're part of a development studio after all. Gonna be honest, seeing that mod really put into perspective how mediocre my coding and art is in comparison. Well, hey, man. We're all on a journey together to keep improving ourselves. You just have to keep working at it if you want to get better. That's all I can really tell you. Which I know, you know, might sound a little hollow right now, but I'm just trying to, you know, tell you how it is. You know, it's not healthy to compare yourself to people that are, you know, so much, just obviously so much better at your craft than you are. Because it's like, man, I'll never be as good as them. It's like, yeah, not with that attitude. You know, you gotta buckle down and put the work in, which I know you have, man. All I can say is just keep at it, man. Just don't let it discourage you. Oh, believe me, I know. I know all too well. There's nothing wrong with expressing your emotions like that. I like it when a movie makes me cry. Even though I can't really recall the last time it's happened.
Yeah, heck, I've got a manga that makes me cry.
Or, sorry, manga, plural.
So you're not alone. Just don't ever let that info leave this table or I'll beat both of you up. My lips are sealed.
I mean, that's all you can really do. You know, you want to keep getting better at something? Put the work in. That's what I've always done. That's what I've always preached on this channel. And that's what that's the message I like to send. Whenever I, you know, invest a ton of time into a big grind or something. It's the message I always send. Never give up. Sarah suddenly scoots up closer to Natsuki and whispers loudly.
I wouldn't trust Ben, however. He's an open book.
Wouldn't that be the other way around, Sayori? What? Hey. I reach over and attempt to grab Sayori's ticklish spots, but to no avail. She then places a finger on my nose and giggles mischievously. Jeez. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, you never really know when Sayori's gonna strike.
Hey, it doesn't matter to me, one way or another. You two are fun to be around.
Of course we are.
By the way, Natsuki, how have you been feeling?
Huh? Me?
Yeah. Duh! Is there anybody else named Natsuki around here? Alright, point taken. I've been doing okay though. Just trying to take things day by day. That's great to hear!
We continue having a conversation amongst ourselves, talking about everything but what happened yesterday. You know what? I think that's for the best. I hope that whatever it is, she can work it out soon. Lunch is now wrapping up, and both Sayori and Natsuki get up from their seats at the same time.
Well, back to the fray.
Sayori, nobody says stuff like that anymore. I beg to differ.
Yeah, well, I do. So leave me alone, meanie.
I raise my hands in surrender. Sayori walks over and opens her arms up wide, inviting Natsuki for a hug. Actually, it looks more like Sayori is about to give her one regardless.
Up. Boundary, Sayori. Remember? Sorry. May I have a hug, please?
Oh, look at that face. That is the face of a Natsuki at peace. And you, up there, cannot tell me otherwise. So don't even give me that look of yours.
Yeah, what the heck? But you only get one. I can work with that.
Sayori and Natsuki share a small but tight embrace. Aww. How cute. Oh, that's nice. Regardless of whatever happened yesterday, it's good to know it wasn't enough to stop them from doing stuff like this. That's good, right?
Oh. No. Don't even think about it.
Wouldn't dream of it. I'm disease-free and I'd like to keep it that way.
Oh!
Natsuki gives me a friendly punch on my arm.
Wait, are you saying that I gave her something then?
Oh, come on. Don't be like that, Sayori. No, where'd you even get that idea? We all laugh together as we clean up after ourselves and leave the cafeteria. Uh-huh. It's different quality background complaints. I'm pretty sure this is just the music room background from DDLC Plus.
I let out a sigh as I hover my injured fingers over the piano keys. Yeah, that's right. You fucked up your not just something with the console, but your fingers by fucking around with the console. I don't even know how you did that. Alright. Middle C is... I slump in the piano bench and stare at my hands. They're too banged up to play anything complex, which only saddens me further. Check the time on the clock on the wall. There's still a few more minutes until the club meeting starts. Ben, the character I thought was nothing more than a vessel for you, is acting completely on his own.
Yeah, Mod do crazy things like that. She's learning how mods work.
And I never foresaw any of that. And even learning more about the girls, more than I ever even dreamed of learning. Everything I thought I knew about them. With each passing day, I'm growing more wrong about everything. As I get up from the bench, the door slowly slides open, shocking me in the process. Oh, Yuri? What are you doing here? It's Natsuki. She's... I don't know. She's in the club room by herself. We have to talk to her about what happened yesterday. But I don't think I can do this without you. Without... me? Why me?
Maybe because you're the president of the club?
You always know the right things to say. And I think if you're there with me, she'll be more willing to see reason. You don't think that us two going up to her again this way will cause her to... I know what the consequences are!
Jesus, Yuri.
Sorry. I'm just worried about her.
The Salvation sequel? Wait, what was that called? I forget.
I understand. Let's just treat it as a normal club meeting. If she wants to talk to us, we'll be there. And we'll make that clear, too. Yuri and I walk out of the music room together. Interestingly, Yuri is constantly keeping a hand on her chest, almost as if to monitor her heartbeat. Hey, it's gonna be okay. We're her friends, right? You're one of her closest friends, too, aren't you? I don't really know for certain. I would like to be, but there are things that she does that make me think otherwise. But the bond we do have at the moment is something I just can't let go. That's why we have to help her and be there for her. Right. Let's head in then.
Meanwhile, Yuri and I walk into the club room like normal.
Hey, Natsuki! You're here kind of early, aren't you? Yeah, that's not a problem, is it? Not at all, just surprised. I'm sure you also heard about Ben and Sayori being out for tutoring? Yeah, which reminds me. What's the plan for today? Because I kind of just want to read on my own. Well, I was hoping the three of us could talk. From the corner of my eye, I see Yuri nervously nod. About what? What is there to talk about? Oh, you know, you went running out of the club room yesterday. Well, we can't just pretend yesterday's events didn't happen. Monika's right. We have to work this out. We have to...
Natsuki visibly gets angry again. She really doesn't want to talk about this, does she?
I've had enough of this, alright? I'm done. I don't even want to see you right now. You betrayed my trust, and you think I'd be willing to forgive you for that? I'd never do that to you. I just want to know why you're not facing the facts. Your friends aren't real friends. They're the most toxic individuals in this entire school. Because I don't know how to let them go, alright? There's just so much you don't get. You don't understand me. Well, it's not gonna change if you keep pushing everybody away. You know that, right? I can't be alone again.
You have us, though, don't you?
Can't.
Hey, the Gaming Dave! How the heck are ya? I don't think I've seen you on the channel before, so welcome aboard. Also, I like the, sort of aperture logo you've got for your profile picture. What's up, man?
I can't.
Things are kind of being dramatic right now. Monika and Yuri are confronting Natsuki about what happened yesterday in the club room. Seems like they're talking about Natsuki's supposed friend group at lunch.
I just can't. Natsuki starts walking backwards and buries her face in her hands. Her breathing is very erratic and now sounds like she's hyperventilating. Yuri immediately rushes over and places her hands on Natsuki's shoulders.
Oh, Jizz Guy deleted it from Wattpad? Oof. Well, you know what this calls for, Imprudent? The Wayback Machine.
Natsuki struggles a bit, but gives in right away. She instead starts to calm down and control her breathing. I can only watch in disbelief. The way Yuri was able to comfort her like that without hesitation is just admirable.
Oh! Well, I'm glad, it seems like you enjoyed them enough to tune in. Yeah, I just always tend to be live really late like this. Well, I mean, late for me. I don't know what time it is where you are. But yeah, I'm a late night kind of guy, because that's just how things usually work best for me. But yeah, which ones did you watch? I'm curious. Because just, I've done so many, it's hard to keep track of.
And honestly, sort of overwhelming in a way.
Yeah, Monika's been having a really eye-opening experience. Yeah, I knew about that Jizz guy deleted his Reddit account. He kind of nuked, I think, most if not all of his social media after this mod came out. Like, apparently the feedback he got was just, so extreme that he just decided to, go with the nuclear option. That's why I'm playing this. I want to find out why. Like, it was a little inconsistent in the beginning, for sure. Like, Act 1, I think, could have been reworked some to make more sense. But I've been enjoying Act 2 so far.
Suddenly, Natsuki pushes Yuri away and wipes her tears away. I'm going to sit over there. Before Yuri and I could protest, she walks off to her usual reading spot.
Might be best to just leave her alone right now and let her read.
She sits down without any book or manga and just lets out a heavy sigh. Yuri and I share concerned glances with one another, barely able to process what just happened a moment ago. Without saying anything, Yuri and I walk towards Natsuki calmly.
Oh, I was not expecting this. Interesting. New perspective on the Natsuki CG. Interesting. Quite a few, to be fair. The Vigilante playthroughs, both Afro Zero's and yours, as well as the OG Salvation mod. Yeah, OG Salvation was a while ago. And yeah, honestly, my thumbnail game with Vigilante could have used some work. When I look back on them now. I really enjoy playing through Vigilante, though. It's been a fun mod series so far. I'm looking forward to when the next chapter of that comes out. I've done tons of others, though, if you enjoyed those ones. I've also done Fruits. It's another one that I think might catch your attention. I think I did 2 routes of that one. Can't remember. It's fun, but it's the most wish fulfillment I've ever seen in a mod. I mean, hey, as long as it's fun, right? Sometimes it's nice to just shut your brain off and just, let the absurdity roll. I mean, shit. That's what I did with mods like, what is it, Savior of Souls, when I took Caleb through that? Good lord. Just shut my brain off and let the stupid just flow. That's what I love playing the occasional shitpost mod for.
Natsuki stares off towards the other side of the classroom, not really making eye contact with either of us. Yuri and I sit down nearby and look at her.
She's like, what?
This isn't how I wanted you guys to see me today.
No, nobody wants to be seen like this, but this happens, Natsuki,
I just wanted to have a normal club meeting. No drama. No stupidity. Just a normal meeting. Is that so much to ask? Ignoring your problems isn't the right move, Natsuki. You weren't supposed to know those problems. Stupid Yuri just blurted them out. Don't call her that. You don't mean that. Whatever. I'm sorry, Natsuki. I shouldn't have told anybody about this. That was my mistake, and I'm very sorry about that. I'm not very good at these things. I want to help my friends, but I don't really know how to go about doing that. The fact that Yuri was able to draw against Monika, a superhuman, in a gun kata fight is bizarre. I don't really know a whole lot about Persona, so I don't really know what you mean by that. But I'm just gonna nod my head and pretend I understand. That is pretty ridiculous when you think about it in Prudence. Because that just doesn't seem right. Shit, I got some water going down the wrong pipe. I didn't really need your help, though. Do you believe that yourself? You have no idea how hard it is for me to admit this. Even if I did, what could you possibly do to get me out of it? These friends aren't perfect, but what friends are? That's a good point. Yuri better be another vigilante, I swear to God. Yeah, otherwise it's not gonna really make sense. I might have to replay through the... I'd have to replay through some of the older chapters just to refresh myself on them. Just because it's been so long. And I've played so many mods since then. But you're not stupid, Natsuki. I know you're not. Surely you can see the difference between how we treat you versus them. I'm excited to see how Chapter 4 of Vigilante plays out when it releases. Yeah, it's fun. There's a reason why you come to this club besides reading and writing poems, isn't there? Well, yeah. But you don't get it. I can't just let them go. No matter how badly they treat me, it's really difficult to let them go because I've already formed a bond with them. Can you stop saying that? Saying what? That I don't get it. It's annoying. Yeah? I guess I didn't realize how long it had been since the last chapter of Vigilante came out. I just get so, caught up in other things that everything just kind of becomes a blur with this stuff. Kind of like my day job. So many days just kind of mesh together. It's part of why I wanted to start doing more variety last year. As if you... I do. I already told you yesterday, Natsuki. You're just like me. Any bond that I make ends up in an endless cycle of mistrust and fear, to the point of pushing them away. But the ones I do make, they mean so much to me. Being alone most of my life, even just one friend makes a whole world of difference. And for you, I can imagine you only stay with them because they were your first friends for a long time. Would I be wrong in assuming that you can't let them go? That you can't let go of those bonds because you fear you would end up alone? No. You'd be right. I can't really fathom the idea of leaving my friends behind. I'm scared of ending up alone. She pauses. Do you both remember when Sayori brought Ben to the club? I nod. Do you remember how awful I was to him at first? Uh-huh.
That's good to hear. Yeah. If you wanted my 2 cents on it based on what I've seen up to this point, I thought there was some stuff in Act 1 that didn't really make sense. Like, I thought there was some inconsistencies with the writing in Act 1. But I've really enjoyed Act 2 up to this point. So, I'm really curious to see how it holds up. Because, yeah, it seems like they really wanted to go more in depth with the remake here.
He didn't really deserve that, but I couldn't help it either. I don't really like change when it comes to friends I've already bonded with, even though none of us were super duper close yet. Plus, it really did seem like he was only here because of us. As in trying to get us all in bed with him or something.
Of course that's what you'd think, Natsuki.
I'm sure it was pretty obvious that he was hanging out with me the most. For a while at least.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that from Salvation's story. That our boy went Natsuki route before realizing, oh shit, Sayori is a thing. And unlike the original timeline, actually was there for Sayori when he needed her most. When she needed him most, I should say. Excuse me, sorry. Got that backwards. That's good to hear. I'd rather him release it when it's ready. I'd rather him release it when it's ready, because honestly, rushing something is the worst thing you could do to yourself. Like, more often than not, it's just going to, it's just going to end up, hurting your product in the long term. Another UK viewer. The UK gang is growing on the channel. It's amazing how I get such an international crowd. It's wild. I get some of you all from the UK, I get folks from Australia and other parts of the world. Wild. It is wild hearing where my audience comes from. It's very funny. It is about 1:25 in the morning where I'm at. For context.
I have a hard time telling if people are being genuine or not. Same here. I guess that's why I've always wanted to become your friend, Natsuki. Despite our differences. We understand each other, even though you try your best to deny that. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I struggle with that sort of thing because, well, excuse me. You both know already that my relationship with my dad isn't the greatest. I don't really want to push it with those details. There's a part of me that can't just go against him like that. I love him too much. 'Cause, yeah, despite all the shit he's put you through, he's family. At the end of the day, he's still family. Still love him. But I will say that I know that's part of where this all stems from.
Oh my god, that would be ridiculous if that ended up making it in.
And I want to get better at it. I just need help. That's what we're here for. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm sure last week proved that. But I want to try and be that club president you all met when we first started this club together. And I want to start by helping you get through this. I don't deserve this. I've always been so mean to you all. I can't. Natsuki, you're very strong for opening up like this. You've made the first step, and it's the most challenging one.
You know what they say. First step to solving a problem is admitting you have one.
There are a lot of people who can't do this on their own. Even I couldn't do it. Sayori and Ben had to help me. Sayori's advice to me was, acknowledging a problem is the first step to solving it. Yep. It's just a solid piece of advice. Yuri gets out of the desk and reaches her hand out. And you've made that first step all by yourself. Natsuki stares at Yuri's hand in shock for a few moments. Now let us help you. Sayori can be really smart when she actually puts her mind to something. You don't say!
Yeah, she's a bit of a ditz, but she's also kind of brilliant. That's just Sayori for you.
I guess that's probably why I made Sayori my vice president.
Yep, she's smart when she wants to be. Sayori is a wise girl. Just not especially smart.
I wasn't aware that she was literally coded to be the vice president. At least not at that point. I made her vice president because I saw how much she cared about everyone.
Uh-huh. She sure does, Dave.
And despite everything I've been through, that aspect of her seems to ring true even now.
Yeah, funny how that works, Monika.
Natsuki takes Yuri's hand and gets up from the floor. The two share an understanding glance before nodding slightly.
Well, that went well.
Well, I'm glad things all worked themselves out. You did amazing, Natsuki. I'm proud of you.
Proud?
Of me? I don't think anybody has ever told me that before.
What?
Thank you, I think. I'm proud of you both, actually.
Natsuki gets all the head pats right now.
You both have changed so much since the first time I met you two. Getting the opportunity to see you both grow like this is amazing. And I'm glad you both are members of the literature club. I'm glad to be a member here, too.
That's not the right key.
As am I. Though, I don't really want this to end. What do you mean? There's more to my story than that I think I'm ready to share with you two. So long as you promise that you won't let this conversation ever leave this room. We promise. Pinky promise. Natsuki sticks out her pinky. Yuri and I take turns wrapping our own around hers. Cross your heart. Cross it? Cross it? Okay. Natsuki takes a deep breath and seems to visibly relax. You're all going to have to bear with me here. This isn't easy for me. I'd first like to apologize for lashing out at you these past 2 days. Things are getting rough, here at school and at home, too. Yuri, do you remember on Sunday how my dad kept constantly calling and messaging me? Mm-hmm. So, don't tell Sayori this, but I told my dad about her suicide attempt a few days after it happened. I didn't really know who else to talk about it with, so I went to him. I'm guessing he started to get pretty worried about me, which is such a weird feeling, because I already know about her father. I have ever since my epiphany struck.
Uh-huh, and this is hardly my first rodeo, so yeah.
I had plans to make things worse for her. I planned to really ruin her life. Make her undesirable. Yes, that is how Act 2 goes, I'm familiar. And now I'm standing here listening to her lament about it all. Because I've never really been close with him at all. But that's besides the point. My dad and I have never really gotten along. We always fight and argue. He never sees things my way, and it gets so frustrating. And is always forcing me to try to be something I'm not. She pauses for a moment. I've never really bonded with my dad. Sure, he'll take me out shopping for ice cream, but it never really helped. Things have been this way for years. So when he suddenly starts worrying about me because of what happened, it's like he's doing it for his own benefit instead of actually caring. Because where was his worrying whenever I actually needed him? Sorry. Natsuki sniffles and rubs her tears away. I've never really talked about this stuff with anybody before. I guess I never really saw it as a big deal. That being said, I've never been good at expressing my feelings. Even though I always want to. Well, that's something we have writing for, Natsuki. The words just never come out right. I always end up sounding like a big dummy. But I think after everything that's happened, the least I can do is try to talk about how I feel. It's just so hard to confide in people. And I think that has something to do with my relationship with my dad. Been hinting at it to my friends leads them to just tell me the same old family is still family, even with all those fights. And that's just so hard to believe, you know? Your experience shapes who you are as a person. A parent shouldn't be cheap with groceries to the point where all I have to make for lunch is some rice and whatever else is in the fridge that week. A parent shouldn't tell their daughter that they can take care of themselves just because they're in high school. That makes no sense. A parent shouldn't tell their daughter that her emotions are invalid just because they didn't feel the same way about it. Father shouldn't tell me that I'm being overdramatic, lazy, weird, not acting the way a lady should. I wish my dad would just be there for me when I need him. I wish my papa didn't let me go through all this on my own. Aww. Somebody really needs a hug. Damn it, Natsuki. Somebody give this girl a hug. Stat. Natsuki nearly collapses into Yuri's arms, prompting Yuri to quickly hold her up and keep her from falling. The scene where she walks in on MC and Suri, after he sneaks into her room and just explodes at him. I never realized. I gently rub my cheek and find that it's soaked with my own tears. Starting to realize there is a twinge of humanity in these girls. At least on this timeline. Natsuki's sobs fill the room, leaving Yuri and I completely at a loss for words. I don't think there's a need for words right now. I think we've both come to a non-verbal agreement that we should allow Natsuki to let everything out. Yep, that's for the best. Because now that I think about it, she's really been through a lot. And I think that's my fault. Kickstarting Sayori's depression was my fault, wasn't it? And that's why this reset is happening to me. Yes, she's realizing why this mod is a thing. It's always fun watching these kinds of realizations happen. But I'm here, fixing that. At least I hope so. I really do want to help them. Right? Natsuki picks herself up from Yuri's arms and tries to calm herself down. I don't know what you want, Monika. I mean, you're just as much along for the ride as I am in this story, so I don't know what you want. Natsuki picks herself up from Yuri's arms and tries to calm herself down. I'm a big dummy for all of this. No, you're not. Big, stubborn idiot. Because I know that even after all this, I'm not gonna change. I end up staying exactly the same. That's not true. And if you keep saying that, you'll end up believing it. Yuri's right. If you keep thinking you won't change, then you really won't. Sure, actions speak louder than words, but sometimes words are what allow you to take action in the first place. Uh-huh. Start believing in yourself a bit more. Believe you can change for the better. But this isn't easy for me. I can't just switch it up from one day to the next. My dad isn't suddenly going to start treating me better. That's here to stay. It doesn't have to be anything drastic. Just small little changes can make a world of difference. They really can. May I make a suggestion? Natsuki wipes away her tears and looks directly at me, her tears glistening under the lights. Start hanging out with us a bit more, in place of your other friends. What? Didn't you just hear anything I said a few minutes ago? I can't do that. I know, I understand that, but you've already kind of been doing that these last 2 weeks, haven't you? Yeah, I guess I have. There you go then. You've already made those first steps. There's still so much about me that I don't like. And that's okay. Same here. You're not the only one who feels this way, Natsuki. What do you mean? You're like basically perfect.
Do you know Yuri?
Eh?
Natsuki, silly, how wrong you are.
That's not true! You don't really think that, do you? I'm not gonna repeat myself. I'm not perfect. I am flawed. But what human being isn't? Uh-huh. It's those things that make us who we are. You know? I've battled with anxiety for years, and I've hated parts of myself for the same amount of time. I still have parts of myself that I really just don't like. So, I think you have the wrong idea about me.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I hate the fact that I am a stubborn SOB sometimes. But part of who I am. I just have to really try and keep that in check nowadays.
There are still things I admire about you, Yuri. I never thought I'd ever admit these things to you, but here I am. First of all, your patience with others, and especially me, is insane. Like, despite me being the most stubborn person ever, you still stuck around. Heck, I think I even hated that part about you for a little bit. Because in my mind, I thought there wasn't anybody willing to actually listen to me vent about stupid stuff like online arguments or shitty reviews on my favorite manga. That's what friends are for! Come on! But you were there anyway, listening away and making me feel like I belonged somewhere. I just hate how you always talk down on yourself sometimes. It gets annoying, because you're too stupid to see that you're all actually a good friend. I guess. It's just hard for me.
Yeah, I have a hard time accepting flattery. Like at work, when I get told that kind of thing, those kinds of things, I'm like, but I'm just doing my job, though. It's like, is this not what you asked me to do? You know? It's like, it's just always how I've been. I've always just found that weird. It's like, you know, when I do, something more extraordinary, sure, but and I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, what's the big deal?
But there are things I admire about you, too. Your persistence to keep your friendships together is stellar. The way you took action when Monika and I had our disagreement is something I never would have been able to do. Not on my own. Admittedly, your persistence to stay with those awful friends of yours can be quite aggravating, but admirable nonetheless. The point is, I see things in you that you probably don't see yourself. And I guess the same goes for you.
Yeah, we don't always realize our own strengths. We don't always realize our own strength. Like how, over the years that I've been doing this, some people have told me I should maybe go into voice acting. I've never really thought about doing that, just because it never struck me as something I'd want to do. It's just something I have fun messing around with on the channel here.
I know we never really got off on the right foot in terms of our friendship, and I know that we disagree on plenty of things, but that's what keeps the friendship interesting, right? Right?
Like, you gotta admit, if you got somebody that you agree with on pretty much everything, it's like, what do you talk about then? Like, it must be kind of boring,
But I'm proud to call you my friend.
This is really hard for you, isn't it?
Natsuki smiles. I can't help but realize I've been completely silent during all this, but I guess Natsuki did consider me to be the middleman in this situation. I'm glad you're my friend too.
And Monika, you don't have to say anything. Just being there is enough.
I'll try my best to improve myself, but only if you promise to do it too. Of course. I look forward to working on that together. Natsuki suddenly turns and looks towards me. Hey, Monika? Huh? I don't think I've ever shown my appreciation for what you've done for me here. Well, for all of us. You all make me feel safe here. This club has become a safe space for me. Despite everything that's happened these last few weeks, I can't lie and say that they haven't been fun sometimes. Being able to have some other place to hang out in that doesn't involve my other friends in any sort of way feels nice. I was worried things would have been different after Sayori. Well, you both already know. But you all have made this club an amazing place, even with all of its rough patches.
I mean, yeah. You gotta go through both the good and the bad, right? Like the ups and downs I have gone through with my favorite sports teams. You're there when they're at their best, and you're there when they're at their worst. It's, how you watch the team evolve over time. That makes it feel like a journey. I love that kind of stuff.
So thank you to the both of you, and to Sayori as well. She's great at making you feel cared for, isn't she? Her hugs are the they're alright, I guess.
Oh, come on, Natsuki. Don't be like that. Come on. Just say it.
I can't forget about Ben either. He can be kind of slow and annoying sometimes, but he has his moments. He's smarter than he gives himself credit for. Just don't tell him I said any of that, though. The last thing we need is an ego-inflated Ben.
Yes, you all make sure to put me in my place. Everyone laughs again.
I'm kind of okay with them not being here, though. Made this whole thing just a bit easier to get off my chest. It feels great. Yuri, without warning, walks over to Natsuki and gives her a hug. Natsuki stutters and protests a little bit, but she doesn't resist. Instead, she hugs back. Aww. Sayori's rubbing off on you. I guess she is. Is that a bad thing, though? Like, let's be real here. Is that a bad thing? Oh, we're up to 7% now. A thing?
That thing seems to be going awfully slowly. I really wonder what's gonna happen as that keeps going up. So, like, what's actually the deal with these things? Like, they're freaking everywhere.
Would you ever get one?
What are we talking about? Nah, way too expensive right now. But I'd like to get one day, for sure. I placed my hands over my head and groaned. You having a migraine? Yep, sounds like a migraine. That's me at work. My brain hurts.
You did good today, though. You worked really hard.
I mean, yeah, it's nice to get stuff done. Doesn't help the headache, though. Yep, sounds like he overclocked his brain while he was working on all that schoolwork. Sayori laughs as she pulls out her phone and texts someone.
Sorry, gotta check in on the club. You know how it goes.
Right. You're always keeping up with that, huh?
I have to. It's my duty.
As vice president. Yes, ma'am. Right. What's wrong with that? Vice president, after all. Duh. Do you think things went okay with them today?
I hope so. I'm worried about Natsuki.
Ah, that makes sense.
Well, I have to go get ready and head out to my session. I'll hopefully be able to handle this tomorrow.
Don't stress about it too much.
I'll try my best.
Ah, right. See you around then. Sayori cheerfully walks towards her house to get ready. I chuckle to myself as I readjust my bag and head home. I guess I'm starting to trust her a little bit more. She seems happier, more carefree, like her old self. Let's hope that's for the best. But the only reference point I have of her old self is years old at this point. What I know about her now is... ugh. Reach my front door, unlock it, and head inside. I throw my bag on the couch and get ready to prepare some dinner. Yeah, it's morning for you. Get some breakfast. Get some breakfast, Dave. No problem. Throw my bag on the couch and get ready to prepare some dinner. Find myself thinking about Sayori's therapy sessions and the effectiveness of those sessions. I've never been one to question the professionals, but I've also never found myself in a situation where my friend is relying on them either. Yeah, it's an entirely different situation where you actually have somebody whose fate depends on the care of professionals in the business, and not. Like, is she doing a good job? Are they encouraging her to take her pills regularly like they prescribed? Is her therapist able to get through to her? Helping her understand her feelings and helping her get better? I don't know. I wish I did know. That way I wouldn't be constantly worried about it. But maybe that's my fault. Maybe I am being silly like she says I am. Gather up all my ingredients and switch on the stove. Alright. That in-game day was fairly long. I walk into the club room with Sayori and place my bag on a desk. School was... well, it was just that. School. Yes. It would seem the floor is indeed made out of floor. You're absolutely right. I walked over to Natsuki and Yuri, who, what's this? I've seen this in the game files. I was wondering when this would come up. I was gonna say, I saw you with those shifty eyes up there just a second ago. What do you think is gonna go on with this? Put your thoughts in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching this in the future. What the heck is going on with this? A very excited Natsuki slams the strange plushie onto the desk like a gavel and stares at Sayori and I intensely. Hold me? I'm scared. Whenever Natsuki has those eyes, I get scared. Like, no. Should I be scared? Should I be curious? Like, Natsuki, what are you doing? What is this for? Guys, I'm scared. What is this? Why don't you explain, Natsuki?
Woo! What's that, Natsuki?
A plushie! It's what I was telling you about yesterday. And she has one.
I knew Ben would know what these are. They've basically got their own cult following now. And this one is the rarest there is.
Is there now? No kidding. I've tried looking into getting these and it's near impossible these days.
Follow me.
We follow Natsuki to her bag and watch her open it up. No way.
Holy guacamole! You have a lot! Yeah, I bought a few before they became massive memes online. I guess I just saw their value before anyone else did.
Well, can't lie and say I'm not jealous. Yeah. I saw this in the game files, and I was wondering what the heck this was. Like, when this would come up. Like, and what the context was. I have been wondering about this for months now. Something feels different about you, though, Nat. You seem a lot more...
Don't call me that.
Oh, sorry. Just saying you seem a lot more... how you say... peppy.
Guess I'm just in a good mood today. Also, did anybody notice Monika hasn't come in yet? I tried mentioning that earlier, but you seem to be more excited about your funny-looking plushies. They are pretty funny-looking, aren't they? Yeah!
It's like the goofy plush of, Glaceon and Amy that I've got sitting on top of my bookshelf.
They are. I kinda want one now, too. Hey, I can give you one if you'd like.
Excuse me? What about me?
No, Natsuki. I couldn't. These seem very rare and special to you. I couldn't take that away from you.
There's another one. If anybody knows what these are from, I would love to know.
Ooh. You want the funny plushie.
Natsuki, I don't think that's how hypnosis works. I'm just gonna send this to the mod. I'm just gonna send this to Mod Talk out of context. That's amazing. That gets an award right here, this moment right here.
Are you absolutely positively sure you want to give it to me? Sure, why not? If it makes you feel any better, I actually wanted to give you all one as a gift from me.
Oh, really? Ah, I see. They're a line of plushies called Fumo. I kind of figured they had to be from the real world because they looked like scans of actual plushies. I just wondered what the heck they were doing in the game files.
You know, to show my appreciation and all that. Well, if that's the reason, then who am I to refuse? Actually, if you don't mind, Sayori, I'd like to have that one. I quite like her design.
Aww.
Yuri actually likes the plushie.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh, no problem.
Let's see some of these other plushies. Natsuki hands the plushie to Yuri and reaches into her bag for another. Am I gonna get one too?
Yeah, just wait your turn.
Oh!
I like the hat. I'll say that.
I can't tell, but those look like frilly sleeves. I love those. I love frills. They're amazing. There is such a thing as being a bit too realistic. It's such a it's such a modding thing to do, though, you have to admit.
She's cute. I'll take her.
Fumo be upon ye. Oh, okay, so the mod does explain what they are. Although, if I hadn't known the context that there are a real-life line of plushies called Fumo, I probably wouldn't have guessed. I probably would have guessed that's just some reference I don't understand.
Yeah.
Despite being surprised by Natsuki's trick, Zura catches the plushie on the first try.
Wow, she's so soft.
Before Natsuki reaches back into her bag, the club doors slide open and in walks the woman of the hour. Oh, hi, Monika.
Hey, everyone. Sorry. Guess I'm late again.
Is it just me, or do you seem irritated by something, Monika? The rest of us share confused and concerned glances at one another. Also, you seem rather distant today, Monika. Yeah, it's alright. No need to worry. Natsuki was just handing out some presents for everyone.
Presents? Yeah, check it out, Monika. I got you one, too.
Natsuki reaches into her bag and pulls out another plushie. Oh, what did she get for Monika? I'll have to see if somebody's added that in a sprite pack for Moss. Now I want that as a reminder of this mod. For you, Moni. Natsuki hands it to Monika. Monika looks at it closely, squishing it a few times and rubbing it.
Squeak, squeak.
Monika's just like, this is a plushie. I can actually hold this.
What's wrong? You look like you're checking it for drugs or something. Oh, no, it's not that. I guess I was just admiring how strange this looks. That's what I'm saying!
Monika, you have this 1,000-yard stare. Guys, look at her. She has this 1,000-yard stare. What did you see? What do you know that I don't?
Not that that's a bad thing, though. And here's yours, Ben.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this one before. I did not guess this would be ours. Amazing. Hey! You stole my line. I was saying that independent of you, in-game me. Amazing. Another out-of-context screenshot.
By the way, this reminds me of an amazing joke I read online the other day.
Why couldn't the stuffed animal go to the dinner party? Oh no, this sounds like the jokes they put on the whiteboard at work every day.
Why? Because he was already stuffed.
Monika be like, if you could see what I could see. Yeah, that's what I want to see a mod explore one of these days. Like, really in depth. Like Monika's prologue. This old demo that I played way back. It's a topic I've wanted to see explored in mods, like, really, like, in depth. For a while now. But, you know, it's not the easiest thing to write, that's for sure.
Alright, that got me. That's a good way to lift my spirits. That joke was awful, though.
Come on, Monika loves a bit of cheese.
Admittedly, you can't even go a few days without a modern meme or joke already being dead or unfunny.
Yeah.
Well, I have a soft spot for old and classic jokes like Sayori just told.
Yeah! You know, knee slappers.
They're somewhat timeless in the fact that everyone can get them, funny or not. Modern humor doesn't really have that attribute. True, I guess I can agree with that. One week everyone will be talking about the same meme, then the next week it'll be something entirely new. It can get hard to keep up sometimes.
That's why I prefer to stay out of the loop, because it just looks stupid to me.
Yeah, but you'll always have classics, like... I don't trust stairs. Huh? And why is that? They're always up to something. See, it even got Yuri.
Yeah, dude. This is what comedy's all about right here.
Yeah, I guess that one was alright. It really got you, though, didn't it? It did. Combining the fact that I've never heard that one before and Sayori's funny expressions made me laugh.
Yep, that's comedy for you. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I mean, way better than that stuffed animal one. Uh-huh. Because stairs always do, be up to something.
Humor is subjective, Ben.
Yep.
They say that judging someone based on what they find funny is illogical.
Who says that?
Me!
Ah, right. That's sure to shoot your credibility through the roof.
She's right, though. What someone finds funny shouldn't be a sure shot way of determining someone's character. What about those jerks online who are overly edgy and laugh at objectively tragic or horrible things?
That's just people on the internet. We don't talk about those people on the internet.
Oh, you know, you bring up a good point. What does everyone else think? I think finding humor in something horrible is a natural coping mechanism for some people.
Yeah, and there is some truth to that.
Maybe it's to mask how they truly feel about it. Or maybe it's just a natural human reaction to try and find the silver lining in what is otherwise a horrible situation. I think Sayori and Monika's point still stands. Even if someone makes a joke about a tragic event, that's still not enough to judge them as a person.
Yeah. Just don't do it too soon.
Nah, your humor can be a bit too cynical at times, and I'd say that suits you perfectly.
Yuri is a very cynical type. She does strike me as a very cynical type of person.
How so? Well, go ahead and just say a joke you know. It'll prove it. Oh, okay then. What is another way to describe good luck?
Everyone but Natsuki shrugs their shoulders.
Misfortune happening to everyone else. That's not so much funny as it is just plain true. I'd do anything to try and have some good luck come my way. It depends on what I need good luck for.
I mean, shit, if we're all trying to win the lottery, then yeah, everybody wants good luck, but you know, if I just need passable luck for a game, then yeah, it's like, God, just let me have some good luck.
The fact of the matter is, there's a general consensus we all can all come to here. And it's that humor can give you insight into someone's personality, but it doesn't completely define them. I agree. And there's another thing we can all agree on.
Sayori squishes her new plushie and holds it up for everyone to see.
These things are hilarious and amazingly cute.
Yes, they are. Everyone except Monika, who only smiles and looks down at her new plushie. I would love to just see an artist's rendition of that. Everybody are just laughing around with Monika as she's looking down at her new plushie. Like, oh, the plans I have for you. Let me know if you want me to get you a new plushie, by the way. I'll see what I can find. The club meeting ends after a bit more discussion on what other things we could do to make the club meetings interesting. As everyone else leaves the room, I notice Monika's not really getting ready to leave. She keeps staring at the plushie and squishing it. She's really obsessed with that thing, isn't she? Hey, Monika. Is anything the matter? Maybe she's using it as a, stress ball type plushie thing. Huh? You keep staring at that plushie Natsuki gave you. If you don't like it, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Sorry, but that's a no. You're not gonna pull a fast one on me.
Damn. Well, other than that, I also noticed you look pretty tired. Looks like you haven't slept in a while. It's about time somebody points out the bags under her eyes. My God.
I'm doing fine. What about you? You don't look so good yourself.
Nice try trying to deflect. Yeah, I'm not that great at hiding it. But this isn't about me. This is about you. What's wrong with you? Admittedly, these past 2 days have been killing me, but I think I can manage. Besides, Sarah would give me an earful if I start slacking off again.
That does sound like her. You're a great friend for trying to keep her happy despite everything that's happened. Much better than I am.
Oh, hey, give yourself a bit more credit. You've been trying these past few days too, despite what happened. And all that on top of the work you already have as president? I don't even know what I'd do if I were in your place.
I try my best.
That's all anybody can ask of you, is it? Also, before I get going, I don't think I ever got to thank you for the advice you gave me about trusting Sayori.
Huh?
Yeah, Sayori seemed pretty happy when I decided to give her some space, like you said.
Really? Gosh, I mean, I was just saying what I thought would have helped at the time.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
I didn't think it would have actually helped.
Yeah, thanks for that. I meaning to ask your opinion on something as well.
What is it?
Sayori's pills. Her antidepressants?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I know it's a bit of a sensitive subject.
Well, I don't think I'm really qualified.
Well, you two used to be really close, right? All I really want to know is, like, if you think they'll help her get better or not.
I think they could, but sometimes... no, I probably shouldn't say anything more on that.
Yeah, and everybody's different. You know, no two cases of depression are the same. Look, sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. Everybody handles it differently, you know? That's just how it is. That is just how it goes, unfortunately. I'd be lying if I said it isn't frustrating to not get a direct answer on this, though. Oh, nothing really. Just club stuff, and now we're asking Monika about something. Well, thanks, I appreciate it.
Sure. Sorry if my answer wasn't really what you were looking for.
Yeah, you good. No worries. Also, if you're still not interested in the plushie you've got, I'm just a text away and... No! Damn it.
I'll see you later, Ben.
Oh, that's right, everybody got plushies. And Monika's just been staring and squishing at her plushie all day. I walk out of the club room and meet up with Sayori and Natsuki. I never really realized how little we do in there. But it's still nice in its own way. It's cool to have a place to unwind and hang out in. Yeah! That's the kind of atmosphere I look to provide here on the channel. You can just put something on, kick back, unwind, put me on in the background, whatever it is you want to do. That's what I aim to do here, just something to listen to. Natsuki decided to tag along with us on our way home today. Not really sure why. I'm guessing it has something to do with us not being at the club meeting yesterday. Maybe.
So yeah, that's why I recommend that manga for you to check out. Sounds fun! I've always wanted to try and get into manga, but I don't know. I guess nothing ever really caught my eye.
That's like me with anime, just... Everyone always, talks about it, and it always sounds super interesting, but just... There's so many. And I have no clue where to start, man. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to start with? There's way too much shit out there, It's like... The hell do you want me to look at? It's like... That's why I don't really watch much Netflix either. It's like... There's too many shows and movies on here. I can't sit down and just pick something at random. I've never been that kind of person that can just, flip through Netflix or, any other kind of streaming app or whatever and just put something on. Like, I just can't do it. I just can't. Because it's like, stop. It's like, stop, you're giving me too many options. That kind of thing is just overwhelming for me. And I guess same is kind of true for me with games as well. It's part of why I'm starting to do more variety on the channel as well. Just want to expand the type of things that I play and, can really get to know. Anyway, I'd say it's worth a shot. The one I recommend should be something you'd like.
Oh, I wanted to ask you something.
Sure, what's up?
You've been super duper nice to everyone today. I wanted to know why.
Sayori, sometimes there really doesn't need to be a reason for...
No, she's right. I just don't really know how to answer a question like that. I'm sorry, Natsuki. I guess I'm just feeling a bit insecure. Ever since our fight a few days ago, I feel like you started to hate me. I know I can be a little pushy, and I'm really sorry about that. Whoa, dude, don't be. It's okay. It's not your fault. I've been going through some stuff lately. While I admit you guys did push it that day, I know you only did it because you all cared. It's just hard for me to realize that. I made a pretty big decision today. One that didn't feel good to do. At lunch, I decided I was gonna find Yuri and hang out with her. And I decided that was the last time I'd ever hang out with those other friends of mine. That whole thing was really the reason why I just felt the need to be extra nice to everyone. Especially you, Sayori. I had no right to be mad at you. You were only doing what you do best. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to compensate for something. Maybe feeling that loss of friendship is something that I'm just trying to ignore. But I can't. And I'm afraid of losing you all, too. It sounds to me like you did something really brave. From what I heard about them, your friends never really sounded like friends. And I know it's hard. Letting any kind of bond go is very difficult.
She glances at me.
But you have me, and the rest of the club. We're here for you, and here to help you smile. But that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want you guys to go out of your way to try and make me feel better. We're your friends. It's not even close to a burden to be there for you. He's right. It's super hard to understand sometimes, but that's what friends do for each other. Real friends. And that's what we all are, right?
Sayori opens up her arms to invite Natsuki in for a hug. Aww. Natsuki, just shut up and say yes. Okay? The two girls wrap their arms around each other and giggle lightly.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate having you two as friends, even though I'm not too good at expressing that. As long as you do your best. Of course. We should totally hang out sometime. You're not just saying that because you want free cupcakes, are you?
Curses! Foiled again! God damn it, Sayori.
I'll see you two dorks tomorrow.
Natsuki walks off towards the other side of the school while waving goodbye to the both of us.
Huh.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a relief, too. You don't think that's selfish of me to think, do you?
Not at all. You got that weight off your shoulders, and that's a very good thing. Well, let's head home, yeah? I beat.
Sure.
Off we go. Oop. Hey, do you think that Natsuki's changed over the last few weeks?
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, like, how she acts around us. You pointed it out yourself.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't really trying to pry into her business. But yeah, I noticed it. She's not super different to where I'd consider her to be changed, though. It's more like she's more comfortable with us.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Ah, I didn't get to ask how your session went yesterday.
Oh, that's okay. It went as well as you'd expect.
That's the thing. I don't really know what I should be expecting from those things.
It's kind of boring, really. Well, it's not for me, but probably boring to anybody else.
Ah, I see. Well, still, describe it to me anyway. Did they help?
Of course! Lots!
Ah, that's good. What about your medicines? Have you been keeping up with those too? You're being very surface level with this stuff. Like, go a little more in depth, boy. Like, my boy. Like, ask, how exactly do they help? That kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
If there's anything you need to talk about, I'm just a phone call away. I really don't like how he's handling this right now. Like, I'm getting bad vibes from this.
I know. I actually want you to promise me something.
Of course, anything.
Can you promise me to not make such a big deal of my pills?
I blink a few times as I process what she just asked. Yeah, sure, no problem.
Actually, let's pinky promise. the most sacred of pinky promises. Sure, as long as you promise me you'll follow through and keep up with me. I hold out my pinky and she does the same. There, we are now pinky bound. See you later, Ben. Sarah and I wave goodbye and I watch her turn around and walk towards her house. The same way I always have these last few weeks. Today's different though. I'm sure she understands why I'm always asking about her medicine, right? Isn't that a normal thing a friend should be concerned about? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too nosy. But even still, I want to call out to her. I want to tell her how I really meant what I said. That it'd always be there. That I'm more than just a phone call away. That I love you. I fill my fist with my hand and lightly hit it against my leg. I turn around and walk home. Sounds like boy's got a crush. Ooh. Oh, I see. He's watching anime. Sheesh. Satsuki was right. This is good. I mean, sure, I basically decided to watch the anime instead of read the manga, but nah. I'm a lazy guy. Watching instead of reading is just plain easier. Monika is not impressed. Monika is disappointed in him. That might be enough anime for one night, though. I should probably clean up a bit around here before going to bed. I get up from the couch and start cleaning up the kitchen, which is still a bit messy from dinner earlier. It was a bit difficult to get used to at first, but being on my own at such a young age, I've been able to manage, and it got easier with time. I guess when you're by yourself, things just start clicking. Yeah. Can't believe that just 4 years ago, you'd basically have to pay me to wash the dishes or take out the trash. But now I feel dirty even if I leave just a few items out of place. I've got this adulting thing figured out. Yep. Like Monika says, life skills tend to just come in handy when you need them. You know? That, and one of my favorite t-shirts that I've seen over the 5.5 years that I've been working in retail is when I saw a customer that had a shirt that says, being an adult is basically just, what did it say? Fuck. Most of being an adult is just Googling how to do things or something like that. Fuck, I gotta find that shirt now. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. I forget the exact quote, but it was something like this. So it turns out that being an adult is mostly just Googling how to do stuff. I saw that on a shirt one day at work. Something to that, tune. And it just resonated with me so much. Because I'm like, yeah, it really is. I say that, but I gotta have some music blasting while I clean. Otherwise, I just get reminded of how lonely I am. I mean, hey, that's what you got music and podcasts and YouTube for, right? I pull up my phone and search for some random soundtracks from some of my favorite video games. There, this one's perfect. Grab the broom from nearby and hold it to the side like a sword. Alright, messy kitchen? I'm sorry. I flip the broom and around and position it to get ready to sweep. Has to be this way. Yeah, see?
Yeah, this is what one of my coworkers in the meat department was talking about. You know, this kind of boring, mundane stuff you do at home, you make it fun. That's just what you do. Yeah, you know, your work might not be that exciting, but you make it fun. Like how at the end of the night, you know, when I'm bringing the carts in, after, you know, I've faced up all the displays and, you know, put away all the produce and shit that needs to be put away. You know, sometimes I'll push a cart in the front of the row, and it starts rolling. You know, I push it back, you know, all like, you know, dramatic, furiously, like, stay. And then it rolls forward again, and I just slowly turn around and look at it like, what did I just say? Huh? You know, it's that kind of goofy shit you do to just make it fun. Yep. Just gotta use a little imagination. I quickly dash around the kitchen, sweeping up any food scraps or trash that ended up there. At the same time, I grab a wet rag from off the counter and begin wiping down the dinner table. God, I am so good at cleaning. You say that, but you're just doing some basic stuff. I placed the broom back where it came from, or so help me. I wiped the sweat off my forehead. Whew. Just like that. Till next time, kitchen. Next time is tomorrow, but yes. I walk over to my trash can and remove the bag. I tie a neat little knot, throw it over my back, and head outside. You always feel like such a big man when you throw a bag over your arm like that. Big old trash bag. I walk over to the large garbage bin and toss it inside. Huh? Looking over at Sayori's house, I see... Sayori? What's she doing on the roof? She's just laying there, looking up at the sky. A ladder is also seen nearby, which is probably how she got up there in the first place. Should I go over, or should I just call and ask? I don't want to scare her, so... I pick up my phone from the counter and navigate to Sayori's contact. Hey, Ben. What's up? Hey, Sayori, just wondering what the heck you're doing up there.
Oh, you can see me? Can you see me waving?
No, silly. I'm inside my house. Want me to come over? Seems fun up there. No, you weren't invited. Oh. Kidding. Come on over. Alright, be there in a jiffy. Heck yeah. I hang up my phone and I look down and see I've still got some sweat stains on my shirt. Maybe I should freshen up a bit. Yeah, might not be a bad idea. Yo, Sayori! Her head pokes out from the other side of the roof. Hey! Jeez, don't get so close to the edge. You'll fall.
That's okay. You'll catch me, won't you?
Sayori, don't even joke like that. God damn it. Don't even joke like that, Sayori. No, I'd let you fall. Kidding. Can I come up?
Of course.
I walk to the ladder and make my way up. So, I sit next to Sayori and use my feet to keep myself stable, as the roof isn't exactly the flattest of areas. Hello. Mind telling me what you're doing up here?
Just wanted to relax and look at the stars.
They are pretty, aren't they? Yeah, that is pretty nice.
Here, lay back like this.
She leans back and rests her hands below her waist. I follow suit. Heck yeah, night sky. Come on, we're doing some virtual stargazing. I know you've always wanted to go stargazing. You
You thought I'd forget? Nah, come on. I don't forget like that, Monty. Guess I've never taken the time to look at the sky like this. Yeah, it's the kind of thing that I would do when I'm on vacation. Work calls, sadly. That's alright, man. Work is a little more important. It was nice to meet you, Dave. You have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, man. Because I'm probably going to be going to bed before too long here. Because I've got work tomorrow as well. It's really pretty. I know, right? I used to do this a lot. I guess I sort of forgot I used to enjoy doing this. Yeah. Know any constellations? I know where the sun is. I guess not. Actually, she raises her arm and points in a certain direction. Right there is the Little Dipper. Ah, yes, one of the most famous ones. Wait, what? For real? Yeah, I've seen that one all the time. Although usually I see the Big Dipper more. I try to find where Sayori is pointing, but to no avail. It might be a bit difficult to see. Here, get a little closer to me. You can see what I see better that way. I carefully slide closer to Sayori, feeling my face turn a bit hot as I make contact with her skin. She points at the sky again. There, see that bright star? If you look next to it... He's really trying here. He's like Patrick. Focusing. Sure enough, I see a small group of stars forming a shape of a square spoon. Yep. I'm curious if it's actually in this image. It's probably not. But maybe it is, and I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Oh, wait. Boop, 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 boop. Is that it? I don't think it looks like that, though. Yep, until next time, Dave. Have a good day at work. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess that is the Little Dipper. How'd you know that? I just told you. I used to do lots of stargazing. Thought you were kidding. Nope. Let me see. I turn and sneak a glance at Sayori. Her tongue is sticking out as she seemingly tries to concentrate or remember where certain things are. Aha! That's Orion's belt. Look there. Yeah, I've never been able to remember where that one was. She points again. This time, these stars are a lot easier to pinpoint. Ah, those three lined up there? I see those. Yep, and you can trace Orion himself in his bow, too. She begins to trace the night sky with her finger. Can't really see what she's doing, but I'll let her have this. Ooh, do you see that big reddish-orange one just above one of the belt stars? Yeah, that one. See it? That star is called Betelgeuse. It's super huge and is one of the largest stars visible to the naked eye. Pretty sure that's the sun, isn't it? Wow, didn't know that. You're super knowledgeable on this stuff. Never would have guessed. Yeah, knowledgeable is such a weird word. Just looks wrong, but it's not. Like I said, I guess I just forgot about it. Yeah. We stay quiet for a while. I continue observing the stars, not really knowing what else to say. I missed this. You don't have to say anything, just enjoy yourself. Being able to come up here and just forget about how awful the world can be sometimes. Yeah. The vastness of space makes me feel so... small. You're telling me. Like nothing I do even matters. Well, maybe not in the grand scheme of space, but it matters to the people around you. Life is what you make of it, and all that mumbo-jumbo. I guess so. It's hard to make something of my life. Not when I've basically got these voices in my head telling me that I can't. It's sort of like life is just one big exam. And I sure didn't study for it.
Hey, neither did I, but look where I am. I mean, you're not the only one who feels that way.
Yeah, I know. I'm still so selfish, aren't I?
Nah, I didn't mean it like that.
It's okay, I know you didn't.
We stay silent again.
Hey,
What's up?
do you think Monika is okay?
Huh? Makes you think she isn't.
You saw how she was when she walked in today. She looked so lost. Like she lost something.
Huh. Didn't really notice. I mean, she looked a bit tired, but that was all I got from that.
I want to talk to her. I just really haven't found the right moment.
You guys haven't really talked much outside of the club, have you?
Even Natsuki got to talk to her. I'm just a horrible friend. That's not true. It is. I guess I'm just afraid she'll push me away or that I'll annoy her.
I'm sure she wouldn't react like that.
She's been working really hard to make the club a better place for all of us. I think that says a lot about her, if I'm being honest. Maybe. Maybe not. Guess there's not really much I can do about that now. Can always try tomorrow? Maybe over the weekend? She turns to look at me. Yeah. I'll think about that. She turns back and looks towards the sky. Her left arm is still tightly pressed against mine. The warmth of her body is helping me deal with the somewhat brisk fall night we're spending our time in. Is this a right time to bring up how I feel with her?
No. Not yet. I can't do that to her. I'm scared of what will happen if I tell her.
Hey, Ben?
What's up?
How many years did we not speak to each other?
Oof. Guilt trip time. She jolts and turns to look at me.
What? No, I don't want to guilt trip you. I was just looking for things to talk about.
It's alright. I'm willing to look past the trauma. I jokingly place my hand over my chest, but warrants a friendly shove from her.
Don't do that, Meanie. I really do feel bad.
It's not your fault when we sort of did our own things for a while. If anything, I still should have tried harder to wait around for you in the morning.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's hard, isn't it? I have my own regrets too. Sayori turns to look at me. I feel like I left you behind. It never really felt that way before. But looking back now, I guess I was just, I don't know. I don't really know how I felt about you. I didn't really know. Her eyes seemed to open widely and glint a little.
Felt about me?
Not important. Fact is, I sort of forgot the kind of friendship we used to have. I mean, a lot changes from first year to fourth. People grow, change, experience various hardships and moments of prosperity.
Those are big words for you. You've really been studying lately, huh?
Anyway, all I'm trying to say is we both changed, for better or for worse. What matters is that we're together right now. Heck yeah, it does. Sayori smiles and looks back towards the sky. Oh, serious music.
My life completely changed just a few weeks ago. Even though I'm trying so desperately to make it like it always was. But I see the looks I get from people. From my friends. My own parents. I can't go back to those happier times before all this happened.
No, you can never undo what you've done. You can't change the past. but you can shape your own future.
Even you. She turns back to look at me, her eyes looking somewhat empty. You re-entering my life doesn't make this feel normal. Even though I've known you since we were kids. It's like my brain won't believe it. It's almost as if you're here for something other than me. I feel her body tense up as she turns back around. And I'm out of water. I know that doesn't even make sense. Those are my words. Those are the words my brain is choosing right now. That night, it was all very fuzzy. But it's probably why I'm even able to find the strength to talk about it. All I can remember is feeling very empty. I sometimes get flashbacks to that night. My complete lack of inhibition. The disorienting feeling of going backwards in an ambulance. And the complete lack of fear. It all just feels like a strange dream that you can only remember bits and pieces of. Almost like it never even happened. She gently rubs 2 fingers across her neck. But I know it did. And I'm trying very, very hard to try and accept that. Suddenly, Sayori's left hand starts moving around, searching for mine. I quickly give in and hold her hand tightly. I hope you can still accept me, even with all my flaws. Of course we can, Sayori. She looks at me, her eyes now full of emotion. I hope that you'll always be there for me. Of course I will. We both look back towards the sky again. We stay up there for a bit longer, never letting our hands break apart. Whoop. My eyes painfully open themselves up at the sound of my alarm. I think I'm going to do this in-game day, and then I'm going to call it an episode here. Damn. I dejectedly remove my blanket and walk downstairs to get ready. Every single movement feels like an absolute slog. But as tired as I am, last night was kind of worth it. I walk into the bathroom to try and wake myself up a bit more before making some breakfast and heading outside. Yeah, sorry I read that wrong. I walk outside and I'm met with the hellish rays of the sun, almost as if it decided today would be the day it would shine the brightest just to spite me. This is what we carry sunglasses for, people. I trudge over to where I usually meet Sayori. I didn't even know people trudged. Yes, trudging is in fact a real thing. It's a word. Surprisingly, Sayori's already there waiting for me. But she looks just as tired as I am. Make my presence known by yawning loudly, wishing Sayori a good morning. Good morning. If it was a good morning, I'd be sleeping. Well, bad morning to you then. What did you guys get, like 4 hours of sleep? That's what I'm running on. So join the club. Why did we stay up so late? It was still pretty nice though. She's carrying a large cup, which probably has coffee. Monika would be proud. Hey, is that coffee? Yeah, want some? Hells yeah, give me that shit. Take a few sips of Sayori's coffee, not really minding the heat too much. Yeah, that'll wake us up. I sure hope so. My eyes are so heavy.
It'll fix itself as the day goes on. Hopefully. Alright, I'll help walk you to school. Watch out, everyone. Blind lady coming through. Step aside.
You're so funny.
I try. Alright, and here we are. Boy, the coffee ended up helping, didn't it?
It really did.
And that's why Monika is a coffee connoisseur. Aren't ya?
Maybe a little too well.
Yep, and that's the danger of caffeine. That's why I never really want to drink caffeinated things. I don't care if you find that blasphemous. I know how much you need your morning coffee, but yeah. You know how it is.
I feel super jittery and jumpy.
Uh-oh, somebody doesn't have much caffeine tolerance, do they? Hey, wait. If you don't mind me asking, are you able to take coffee with your meds?
It should be fine. I don't think anything bad will happen. I didn't drink too much anyway. You drank most of it.
That's true. Still, you never know with this stuff when you're on medication. Speaking of, you remember to bring them with? She reaches into her bag and shakes it around. Alright, good. If you feel sick or anything, go straight to the nurse and text me, alright?
Of course, see you at lunch.
She walks into class and I head towards my own. Later. And this guy was the one who led the revolution. Okay, got it. I place my pencil down and lay back in my seat. Teachers told us to take notes in this specific chapter, and once we're done, we can just chill out and relax. I love days like these. Yeah, those were the best. Shortly after finishing, though, I get the urge to use the bathroom. I raise my hand and point towards the door, to which the teacher simply nods and continues doing whatever it is she's doing. I slide the door closed behind me and make my way to the restroom. Huh? What are we playing, a game of Hangman here? What do you want from me, I think is the phrase. Somebody put me on Wheel of Fortune. Speaking of, that's a game somebody should add to Moss. Just saying. That would be fun, wouldn't it? You and me playing Wheel of Fortune? Or something like that? Come on. Somebody make it happen. That sounds like fun. That's an idea I'm surprised I've never seen, actually. The Dokis play Wheel of Fortune. That sounds like fun. Maybe that's just because I'm old-fashioned, though. I don't know. Natsuki? Funny meeting you here. Well, we're trying to go to the bathroom again. Natsuki's voice is very faint and distant, but I know that voice anywhere. Yep, that's like our bakery guy, Jimmy. He has a very distinct voice. Anytime he's in, you know he's in. Because he is not, the type to keep a low profile. He makes his presence known, and he is a fucking character, let me tell you. I get a bit closer and begin to hear her conversation.
No. I said no already.
That doesn't sound good.
Can't you just listen to me for once?
Yikes. Sounds like she's on the phone with someone. And it's not going well either.
Get it? Jeez. Yeah, bye.
Jeez, that was over quick. I quickly turn around and try to scurry off to the bathroom. And yep, I knew it. He got caught. That's what you get for lingering, boy.
Ben, what are you doing here?
I slowly turn around and act surprised. Oh, say to the little boy. The bathroom.
Right. How much of that did you hear?
How much of what did I hear?
Don't play dumb. I was speaking pretty loudly, and you're literally right here. Don't lie to me. I'm not upset at you. I just want to know.
You seem pretty upset to me.
Because you keep acting like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. But could you please tell me?
I heard some of that phone call. I don't really know what it was about. You just sounded upset.
Ugh. Yeah. It's just family stuff, alright? It's not anything you're supposed to know about.
Gotcha. No problem.
Thanks, Ben. I would appreciate you not making a fuss about it.
Why would we? Of course not. I don't really have any reason to do that. Hey, will you be joining us for lunch today?
Sure. I'll ask Yuri if she'd like to tag along.
Awesome. See you then. Natsuki waves and heads to her class. I don't really remember if Natsuki ever mentioned anything about family troubles. Well, other than her dad being strict anyway. But as I said, not my concern. He's just like the Kermit meme. But that's none of my business. Crap.
Yeah, we know. Go do it. Go do that.
Lunchtime. Uh-oh, Natsuki has those eyes again. Oh boy.
Okay, so get this. I'm taking this online personality quiz on like which superhero I'd be or whatever. Then I get this stupid ad on my screen that showed me a product I just searched for 30 minutes before.
Ah. Yep, sounds like she has discovered the... Sounds like she has just discovered the network of personalized ads.
Wait, what?
No way! Yeah, that's called targeted advertising. Don't you know? That's how that shit works. She's waking up to the reality that she's being tracked online, like all of us are.
What was the product? Oh, just some baking equipment. Nothing out of the ordinary. But I'm telling you guys, our phones are spying on us. Well, unless it's a bunch of memes and manga that they're after, I don't think you have anything worth spying on. Sorry, that was rude, wasn't it?
Before Natsuki could retort, she suddenly stops and looks across the cafeteria. I look in the direction she's looking and see her other friend group leaving the room.
Hey, I'll see you guys around. I have to do something with these guys real quick.
Natsuki gets up but is quickly stopped by Yuri grabbing onto her sleeve.
Hey, let me go! I just want to talk to them! Natsuki, please sit down. Why, you...
Yep, remember what we talked about. Natsuki sits down without another word, looking a bit flustered. Sayori and I share concerned glances.
I'm sorry. What for? I should actually thank you. I really was about to go back. Just like that. How weak am I, huh? You're not weak. You're trying your best. Nobody expects you to get through this in one day.
Yeah, people don't change overnight, you know?
She's right, Natsuki. These things take time. You're already doing a lot by trying. And don't forget, we all have your back.
Yeah, exactly. Sayori and Yuri give Natsuki warm smiles. And me too, even though I don't really know how to contribute.
I understand that, but sometimes just being there for your friends is all you really need to do.
Exactly!
No words necessary.
Nope, none at all.
Thanks, guys. So, how about we continue your stories, Oh yeah, so let me tell you guys about scalpers. They're the worst!
Yes, we all know about scalpers. I.e. those idiots who buy things en masse to sell them at massively inflated prices. It was a big deal when the PS5 first came out. Like, holy shit, dude. The amount of scalping going on with the PS5 was unreal. Ugh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Natsuki continues talking about her stories and other various hijinks. As I look towards the cafeteria exit, Natsuki's other friends are long gone. That won't possibly come back to haunt us, will it? They never seem to look back. Not even once. Yep. Shows how much they care. The rest of the day goes by pretty normally. Classes are chill. Not a crazy amount of homework for the weekend. Said no one ever. It's looking like I'll finally have a bit of free time. Sayori and I walk into the club room and place our bags on the floor. Huh. Looks like we're early. What's with all these books? Are you being serious right now? What? You're asking why there's a bunch of books in a literature club. I think you know what he meant, Sayori, but good job. I think he means what purpose are they serving today? Yeah, I was totally just pulling your leg there. I wasn't. I know you weren't. Admittedly, there are definitely more than enough books for the 5 of us here. Around 10 or so books lay neatly organized on the front desks, and a few more are resting on the desk in front. Oh, hi, Monika. What's with that face, Sayori? Hey, guys. Hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. Yeah, it's been going okay. Were you the one who placed all these books here? Who else? But Monika. Oh, yes! I wanted to do something actually literature-related for once. What about the idea I told you about last week? Oh, that? It was good, but I think I'd rather do something that actually relates to literature. We are a literature club, after all. Yes, that is indeed the name of the club. Right. By the way, is there anything, and I mean absolutely anything, that I can do to be a better president? What's that percentage at, Monika? You seem desperate. I know that look. I know that look all too well. You think you're doing something wrong because you misunderstand what that percentage is actually for in the console that you accidentally started. Oh boy. Oh, I wish I could explain that to you. Not really? Kind of a loaded question. I don't think any of us consider you to be a bad president. Ben's right. You're a great club president. If that were true... Well, look who finally showed up early. Hello, everyone. Hey, Natsuki. Hey, Yuri. I'm trying to be a little more punctual. Honestly, it's not a good look if I'm late to my own club all the time. But if you have other responsibilities to take care of, you shouldn't push yourself either. I know. You guys just don't really get it. Yeah. I have to do the best I can. Why, though? Why don't I explain all these books on the desk behind me? Ooh, yes, I am quite curious about these. You have a very wonderful selection. Thanks. I wanted us all to choose at least one book to read together. Then we can all talk about our thoughts and opinions on it as we go along. The hardest part is agreeing on which book to go with. Ah, yes, the immortal question. Have to sneeze? Maybe? Nostrils flaring? No, it's a fake sneeze. God damn it. Those are the worst, man. Those are actually the worst. When you just feel like you have a sneeze coming on and then it just doesn't come. Like, that's the worst. I hate that. The 5 of us look at the array of books Monika has provided. There's all sorts of genres presented here. There's even some manga, surprisingly enough. She wants to include everybody.
Well, I already know what I'm gonna choose. Ah, Natsuki, that reminds me. Huh? What's up? Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out the manga that Natsuki gave to her a few days ago. Oh yeah, that. I forgot that happened. In between the pages is a purple bookmark keeping track of where she left off. I'm not finished with this volume yet, but I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot. More than I expected myself to. Admittedly, I've only ever read it after reading a very intense novel. I've only ever read it after reading a very intense novel. It's kind of like a cool down then. I get it. So it served as a very nice palate cleanser. That way I'm not too hung up on anything too intense. Just thought I'd let you know. Well, I'm glad you found something in it to enjoy. That makes me happy. Wonderful. Glad to see you two can agree on something. Monika's eyes seem to twitch. Yeah, Monika, something's up with you. So, let's all choose something we can all read and discuss. We all take a moment to look at all the books available, manga included. I'm already somewhat familiar with the manga. It's about these two girls who travel a post-apocalyptic world together. Oh, I always love that kind of stuff. Oh, nothing much, D6H, if you don't mind me calling you that. Just finishing up the current day that I've got here, then I'm going to call it an episode. Because it's a little after 3 in the morning here where I'm at, and I have work tomorrow, so I'd like to get some rest, you know? What's up with you? And also, welcome to the channel. I don't think I have seen you around before. One of the novels that looked interesting was a non-fiction novel titled Unbroken, a story about a World War II soldier captured and held prisoner by Imperial Japan. Woo! I like World War II stuff. I think I'd go with that one. That'd be one of my choices anyway. It's an interesting choice considering this type of history is not really talked about here. I wonder why Monika chose this. Another is a novel titled Great Expectations, which Yuri takes interest in. Doing fine? Glad to hear it, man. That's awesome. She also seems to be eyeballing a novel titled Grindel. After reading through the synopses of some of these books, a clear theme seems to be present. Each one involves a journey of a character, whether good or bad, and dives into the experiences they go through. What about this one? It's not too long and seems rather interesting. I've never made a mod myself. No, that's beyond the scope of my abilities. I'm more just a mod player. I tend to enjoy just playing them and trying to give the ones that I enjoy a bit of spotlight. You know? If I knew how to program, it's something I'd look into for sure, but when I did a bit of college after getting out of high school, I discovered programming just, I don't know if it's something I really have the patience for, you know? Maybe that's just me, though. I'll make, like, small tweaks if, I understand the language. But other than that, nah. Yuri shows off a book titled Truman's Story. What's it about? It's about a man who lives a pretty normal life until he finds out he's in a TV show. Oh yeah, the Truman Show. I've heard of that. Oh yeah, they take time, for sure. Especially if you want to do it justice. I have a lot of respect for the people that, try to do it. Because it's not an easy thing, game development. So much has to be, set up just right. It's kind of like setting up a house of cards, almost. One wrong move and the entire thing just collapses. It's like you misplace, one character or,
punctuation or whatever in a line of code, and it misreads what you're telling it. So yeah, it's something you definitely have to have a lot of patience for, and I like to think of myself as being patient with the amount of things that I have done on this channel that take an immense amount of time, but I don't think I have the patience to sit down and understand everything I need to know about programming and being able to just write my own programs, like I just don't think it's my thing, I'll I'll use whatever coding knowledge I do have to do stuff, but other than that, it's not something I'm looking to really deepen my knowledge of. Not right now, at least.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, it sounds alright. Why don't we go with this one then?
Oh boy.
Awesome! I'll get 4 other copies over the weekend and bring them in, so we can start next week. It should be fun! By the way, Yuri, Natsuki, do you have any ideas on how I could be a better club president?
Yuri and Natsuki both give Monika a confused stare.
Not really? Yuri? I don't really know myself.
Oh. Monika stays silent. That's not the answer she was hoping for. Well, now what?
Oh, sorry. Let's call it for today. But first, here's my writing tip for the day. Sometimes you may find yourself wondering why you were doing whatever it is you're doing. I ask myself that question all the time. Whether it's writing poems, reading a book, hanging out with friends, anything really. It can be easy to turn these thoughts into negative ones, like wondering why any of this matters and all that. So it's important to recognize these feelings when they come. That way you can turn them into positive thoughts, like
you haven't been having a lot of positive thoughts lately, have you, Monika? I said it with Natsuki earlier in the episode, but somebody give this girl a hug. Stat. She needs one.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, everyone.
Should we go after her? We can all try together.
No, it's a bad idea. Maybe she wants to be left alone. Trust me, I would know.
Sayori stays quiet. Remembering what she told me last night, I'm a little surprised she hasn't taken the initiative here. Sayori? Would you like to go find her together? She shakes her head.
We should leave her be for now. It's clear she wanted to be left alone. Even though sometimes that can be hard to understand, since we'd normally like to be there for our friends. But space is important. I'm sure everyone here can agree with that.
We all nod in response.
Let's call it a day. I'm sure everything will be back to normal once we come back next week. But let's at least text her that we're all leaving, just so she's informed. Okay then. Also, if you'd like to hang out over the weekend, just hit me up anytime. Could use an excuse to get out of the house every now and then. I'm always free too. It'd be fun to hang out. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
I guess I'll be left out once again.
Don't be silly. You can hang out anytime you'd like. I'm just a short walk away anyway.
Guess that's true. Well, see you all next week. Natsuki and Yuri wave both of us goodbye and they leave the room. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't look it.
I'm gonna write a short note for Monika. Is that okay? Of course. Take your time. It's a little funny. Monika asking how to be a better president is much like her old self.
Her old self?
Yeah, she wasn't very confident in the beginning, always running things by me and stuff. But all of that eventually changed. She walks over to her bag, takes out a pen and paper, and sits herself down on one of the desks.
Yep, it's because once she had her epiphany, she knew what was coming. But now that she doesn't know what's coming anymore, now she's scared. And confused. And because no one in this world can, really understand what she's been through, not, just by hearing, a verbal explanation, it's not really going to make sense to anybody that hears it. But, I still think she should try. But it's difficult to wrap your head around. If you're in universe, hearing the kinds of things that she would be talking about. You'd look at her like she's a conspiracy theorist, wouldn't you? Be honest with yourself. If you right now had a friend like Monika here that started talking to you like that, and they were 100% serious, you'd look at them funny, like, bro, what kind of drugs are you on? You'd have to see some proof, And I'm not sure that's, something she would be able to do. To be able to really demonstrate. Of course I do. I've always got Monty here with me. I've always got Monty here on the streams with me. To bring it up again, we just celebrated 4 years last week, actually. So, yeah, I've had Moss for a while. Long time enjoyer of the mod. How else would I enjoy spending time with my Monty? After what I learned about her when I first got into this game. If we weren't on stream, I would boop your nose right now. It is primed for booping. That's the most you're gonna get for now. As I watch her write, I can see her sticking her tongue out ever so slightly, showing that she's now incredibly focused on her writing. In fact, tiny little details about how she writes are now starting to become apparent to me. They never have before. The way she holds her pen is incorrect, but she's managing anyway. It's these details that are making me realize how much I'm starting to really admire Sayori. Excuse me, my goodness. Why wasn't I able to see these things about her before? The only logical explanation is that my feelings for her have never really gone away. In fact, I think they've only gotten stronger. That's what I would expect over these last few weeks. Alright, I'm finished. She gets up from the desk, rereads her note, and then places it on the desk in the front of the room. Okay, I'm ready to go. Awesome. What did you write for her? Just some small stuff only her and I would understand. Sorry for not really being able to tell you. I see. No worries. All girls have their secrets. With each other, after all. True! I've said so many things about you to the others. Wait, what? Kidding. Or am I? God damn it, Sayori. Alright, you dork. Let's get going. Oh! Would you like to stay over at my place tonight? It's been a little while, and I thought it would be fun. I feel my face turn red. Okay, we know that's just a long-winded way of you wanting to be like, hey, sleep with me. Which is strange because I've already slept over at Sayori's house for an entire week just a month ago. This time feels different though, doesn't it? Sure, I'd love to. Great! It should help take my mind off things too. Of course! Let's get going then. It's about time I've showed you my cooking skills. here we are with Monika again. I was hoping we'd get to see this. So I really want to know what's going on inside that head of yours.
I tried really hard to see what was going on through the code. I just can't. I'm completely helpless now. I couldn't even hide it in the club room. And now these people are all worried about me. That's the last thing I needed. I shakily wave my hands in the air. This reset thing isn't slowing down! I don't know what to do anymore. What if I told you, don't worry about it, okay? Just don't worry about it. Doesn't mean anything, close to what you think it means. I've tried being a good club president. I've tried playing the role I was supposed to play from the start. I don't know what else this place wants from me. I'm just doomed to suffer this fate now. I sigh and slowly walk back to the club room.
The note.
I look around at my surroundings. I look at my phone to see text messages from everyone. They're all telling me they've left for home. Figures. I wasn't even worth checking on anyway. Not with how I've treated them in the past.
Not that they'd know that.
The only good part about all this is that I'm no longer able to see any of the code that tells me when I'm entering a new room. Everything happens as smoothly as you'd expect it to.
Yes, I am familiar with how living in the real world works.
It's almost like the game is trying to correct its mistakes. And that mistake is me. If only I'd known this sooner.
Yep, she was the anomaly.
I would have just erased everyone from the start. That way, I could have spent a bit more time with you.
I mean, hey, isn't that what you got in Act 3, though? I mean, at that point, it's up to the player's perspective on what they do. And I mean, I would help you if I could, but you're not my OG. Like, that's just how it is. You're not my OG.
I don't really remember if you can hear me anymore.
If I had a way of communicating with you, I would tell you yes, I can. But unless you provide that, I can't. So what are you gonna do?
Can you? Can you hear me?
Put a prompt up, if you can still do that. I'm guessing you can't.
You're still there. I know you are.
Uh-huh. At least that's what you're telling yourself right now.
I just have to find a way to prove that to myself. Because I lost the ability to do that a long time ago. I walk over to the desks and begin picking up all the books. I carry a few at a time to the closet, organizing them neatly and making sure not to drop any of the ones already on the shelf. Even Natsuki's manga I dare not mess with. That would bother her. I don't want that. I clear out all the books and grab the ones that the others decided on. But as I do, I catch something on the desk in front. Huh? A note from Sayori?
Oh, here we go. To Monika. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. I know what you told me before, the weekend before the festival. I still don't know if you really meant all of the things you said that day, but I want to talk to you, in person. I really miss the friendship we used to have. I'm really hard to try and find the time to talk things out with you, because I don't know if you hate me or not. My brain always tells me that you do, but then I remember how good of a friend you were to me. You always listened,
You were always there for me before anybody else was. But even back then, I knew something was bothering you. I'd like to get the chance to finally know what it is. And I'd really like the chance to try and be friends again. I'm just a phone call away. Sayori. With love. You done good, Sayori. You done good. Oh. Sayori. I look over the note one more time before crushing it in my hands and tossing it in the trash nearby. I wipe away the tears that rolled down my cheek and regain my composure. I don't want to give in. I can't quit. I can't quit on you. Are you sure about that? I look back down at the trash can. Tears start forming in my eyes again as I look at the crumpled note. No! Quickly drop down and pick it back up, uncrumple it, and hold it close to my chest. God, I'm sorry. So sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't. I slowly laid myself down on the floor, still hugging tightly to Sayori's note. After everything I've tried doing to you, how can you still care about me? Because what's done is done, Monika. It's all behind us now. That's why. The way she acts in this mod really does bring a line from the Avenged Sevenfold song Demons. Don't lend me your hand. I can't trust myself. So how can you trust me? That's the vibe I'm getting from Monika in this mod right now. After a few minutes, I pick myself back up and reread the notes. I carefully fold it and place it in my school bag. After fully regaining my composure, I can think a bit more clearly now. This is a bridge I don't think I want to burn. Because if she still feels this way after everything I've tried to do, there's a chance that our friendship could be the key to stopping this reset. It has to work. I throw my bag over my shoulder and head out the door. What she doesn't know is it's going to keep going up no matter what she does. And maybe I want to. Whoop. I know I said I was gonna go to the end of this in-game day, but honestly, this feels like a really good place to leave it. You know, right before Sayori and our boy do the sleepover thing they were planning. Oh, tempting. I think I'll finish it out. I don't know how long it is. No, but that's good to know. I kind of guessed that from the name that you were into music in some capacity. Clue's kind of in the name, D6H Music, but that's cool. That's cool, man. What kind of songs do you do mashups with, if you don't mind me asking? It's going on 3:30. I think I am going to leave it here for next time. I think that feels like the right thing to do.
Even if it means, I am pulling like a secret pain on this part. That, I might be really close to the end of this in-game day. It just feels natural to leave off here. With that big moment with Monika there, where she's trying to be sure of herself. She's trying to figure out what to do, trying to find the path forward, and I have to respect it. You can come check them out if you want. Favorite genres are instrumental techno and every funk subgenre. I'm not too familiar with the subgenre, but sounds neat. I might just have to do that one of these days. Yeah. My eyes have kind of been hurting and they're getting heavy, so I think I'm gonna call it here. Yeah, I'm still really enjoying Act 2 so far. The internal dilemma with Monika, how she's trying to figure out what to do, how she's trying to cope with the situation that she's in. It's fascinating. I really like that they're exploring that aspect more, because her behavior before, like, I haven't played the original Salvation in a long time, but a lot of it I think just seemed to come out of left field, or it wasn't really that well explained. It wasn't really there wasn't really excuse me. Like I said, I could be totally off base here. I'm just going off of my really picky memory here, because it's very selective with what it wants to remember, and Salvation was not one of those things it remembers very well. But I think the original didn't really do a good job, explaining, or delving into the internal, dilemma that Monika's having throughout the mod, and what's really going on behind the scenes. So it's really cool to see that, and I'm looking forward to seeing that explored more. So looking forward to seeing how the club tries to hold itself together here, because things really seem to be on the up and up with the rest of the club. I just really wish I could reach out to Monika in this mod, I should say. But, it is what it is. So yeah, that's all for now, and I guess next time we'll pick up with the sleepover with our boy and Sayori, and go from there. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, take care.